recording. Hello everyone watching from YouTube. So let's talk about Sunday. Yeah, let's talk about Sunday first. So on Sunday after stream, I was playing Phasmophobia with Benny and Ross. I was supposed to play it with them before stream, and literally like 2 hours before stream when I get home, I was like, Danny Phasmo, and he wasn't messaging me back. Turns out he was asleep, and I think like not too long before stream, like 10 minutes before stream, Danny was like, oh shit, I fell asleep. Which, I expect nothing less. It's fucking Danny. Like, I expect him to be asleep at like weird times of the day, so it's fine. We ended up playing Phasmo after our stream, so it was alright. Most of the time, literally though, while we were playing Phasmo, Danny and Ross were just like goofing off, and I was just like, let's get it, do the shit we need to do, get out of here. That's literally the majority of the times that I play Phasmo. So yeah, and then Monday. So as I told you, I accidentally erased part of the name of the thing. Video essay of the week. Anyways, so like I told you guys last week, my driving instructor changed the time of my driving lesson from like an hour before it usually is, like at 10. So we had it at 10 at this week. It goes back to, we're doing it at the normal time we usually do it next week. But yeah, my driving instructor changed it to 10 this week, and because she had a actual like practical driving test at the usual time, so which is, you know, fair enough. I don't mind like having my driving lesson like an hour earlier. So yeah, so it went fine. But the thing is, the person that had the driving test told my driving instructor, hey, text me when just to know I wake up, which is like, why would you have your driving instructor text you? It makes no sense to me, because it's like, surely enough you wouldn't be woken up by a text. Like, a text will make like one sound and like a little, or like just vibrate if your phone's on silent. But like, I don't know. And like towards the end of my driving lesson, my driving instructor, when we were going around my neighborhood, like just around my neighborhood, like past my high school and stuff like that. And my driving instructor was like, towards the end of our, like, pretty much at the end of my lesson, I think it was like 10 or 5 minutes away before the end of my driving lesson, right? My driving instructor was like, oh, drive home, drive to your dad's. So yeah, I drove my on the way, as I was, you know, driving back to my dad's from like where we had parked. My driving instructor was texting this person that was supposed to have their driving test like after me. She was texting them, right? And they weren't like answering their phone, and so like my driving instructor was like, what will I do if she doesn't answer her phone? Because she literally told me to answer the phone, like text her. So yeah, that was kind of funny. So yeah, I don't know if she actually, like, if the person, like, actually, like, managed to, and there's a little spot on my mic here. But yeah, I don't know if the person actually woke up in time. It's on my screen. Is that 10 pixel or is that just something on my mic? I think it's just something on my mic filter, and not I like a dead pixel on my screen. I was worried for a second. Yeah, so I don't know if the person actually made it to their driving test, actually woke up for their driving test or not, but whatever. So yeah. Anyways, so for this week, so the last thing I think I have to talk to you about is this week's. Oh yeah, I can talk about uni stuff in a minute. I don't remember much uni stuff though, because I haven't written anything down. But yeah, so the video essay of the week for this week is Femininity is Horror, Young Womanhood in Horror Games Part 2 by Vivi Chadane. I recommended the first part to this video essay. I think the first part of Femininity is Horror was like one of the first video essays of the week. It was like the first or second, and I recommend it. And that one was published like a month or two ago, like a few months ago. And so Vivi Chadane just published the second part to Femininity is Horror, and I loved it. So yeah, you should. And I think there's also gonna do a part 3 to the Femininity is Horror kind of genre, you know. So yeah, uni stuff. What do I have to talk about uni stuff? I submitted my assignment last week, like I told you guys. Was it last week? Yeah, I submitted it last Thursday. And we just got the cases today. We just got the cases today for our second assignment for this module. So, and that's due at the start of January. So, I think I'm gonna start working on that maybe Monday or Tuesday. Also, on Thursday, like literally yesterday, we started attachment, which I knew a lot of the like major studies like Bowlby and Ainsworth, but I didn't know a lot of like the smaller studies that were like referenced on the PowerPoint, so I wrote those down. But we had like a new lecturer, not like a new lecturer, but like we hadn't met this lecturer before, so it's like new to us. So yeah, we got this lecturer who we hadn't met before, and I felt like she went too fast for us to write it down. Literally, like I write fast, and even I write fast, and I already knew this. I knew a lot of this topic because I did it at A level, and still I could not keep up. Like with what, like I could not really keep up, and like she ended up finishing 20 minutes early. I would rather her have like gone like slightly over, like a couple minutes over, than like finish like 15-20 minutes early and us not getting it. And when we went to the seminar and like talked to our seminar, and like our seminar tutor was like, oh, how did you find the lecture? And how did you find like her teaching style? We were like, a ton of people were like, I didn't really understand it, blah 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 blah. And then our seminar tutor said like, oh, it's the reason she went like quite quickly is because there's usually a lot of people who did A levels here, who did A level psychology. So we felt like, and they always said that it was boring and they had already gone over attachment at A-levels. And so we just went through it quickly, which kind of makes sense, but also like I don't think there's a lot of A-level students in my lecture. Like, I think there's probably max 10. I'm gonna say there's max like 10 or 20 A-level students in, like, there's probably max 10 or 20 students in my lecture who also did A-level psychology. And also, I feel like that's kind of, so like, there's probably like 100 more people, because I think there's about 120 in my lecture, and that's like 100, that's like give or take the people who went in. I feel like that's kind of unfair to like the people who either didn't do A-level psychology or like or who like haven't done A-levels in years. Because the thing is, I think I've mentioned this before, but like A-level students who just came from A-levels, like students between the ages of 18 and 20, are the minority at my uni. So it's like, so that doesn't really, that doesn't hold up, you know? So yeah, it's frustrating. Even if I, as someone who literally just finished A-level psychology this year, like literally I finished doing my exams in June, then like, and even I couldn't keep up, then maybe that's a fucking sign. Like, I didn't say anything in the seminar, but like still that frustrated me. And then today was like a bit more of was a very much more boring day, because we were literally just going over the cases for this next assignment, and it was kind of boring. Like, literally all through the conference this morning, I was like, this is fucking boring. Why couldn't this been like, why couldn't you have just been like, why couldn't this been like, why couldn't you just sent us the cases? And like, why couldn't you just sent us the cases as like a PowerPoint with like a little bit of background in each one? It was so boring. And I was just like, literally several times I just found myself like going on Twitter and just scrolling, and then I was like, oh shit, this is kind of rude. I should actually listen to them. You know. I mean, it was boring, but I didn't want to be like rude and just like spend the whole session being on Twitter and like looking at my YouTube analytics and stuff like that. So yeah, that's this week basically. I don't think I have anything else to talk about really. If I think of something, I'll tell you guys about it later. So yeah, let's get right into the case, because I want to do, ideally I want to do the second part of trial 1 and then do investigation 2, and then on Sunday all we have to do is both parts of trial 2. So yeah, part 2 trial. Who are we defending again? Oh yeah, Matt and God. I just think of a minute, because I remember the case pretty much. I just forget the name of it. Dude, I can't believe that Adrian. No way, not cool and collected Adrian Andrews. She's your manager. It would have been very easy for her to pull this off. The only person who had easy access to the knife he used at dinner was, well, her. So after the ceremony during the break, her. I was sleeping like a log the entire time. See, she could have also easily planted that blood-covered button in your Hakama even. Because she was the one that came to wake me up. Then, dude, you're saying it really was her? Yeah, she is the real killer. She was the one who murdered Juan Carida. But why? I thought she was buds with Juan. She has her own agenda. Her own agenda? What are you talking about? I'm sure you'll see by the time this trial's over. You'll be alright. I'll get you acquitted by the end of the day, of today. Get me a verdict that's refreshing like a spring breeze. Okay, Mr. Larry Dude. Phoenix. You think her motive is related to Celeste Inpax's missing suicide note, right? Oh shit, yeah, I forgot about the suicide note. Yeah. Miss Andrews depended on Miss Inpax as her strength and reason to live. But then Miss Inpax suddenly killed herself. It sounds like she left a suicide note and the person thought to have hidden it. Is Juan Carida the victim? Is Juan Carida the victim of the murder? And that's why I think that Miss Andrews got close to Mr. Carida. Or to get the suicide note back. That sounds plausible. But one thing bothers me. And what? Who was it that first told us about their relationship? Better stated, Miss Andrews' dependency issues with regards to Miss Inpax. It was Edgeworth. It looks like he's still the one in command of the ship. Don't let your guard down yet. Yeah, we better now. And oh shit, I forgot that Francisca got shot, didn't you? I forgot that Francisca got shot. Court will now reconvene. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you please. The prosecution calls the witness stupeonate. I don't fucking know that word. By this court, Miss Adrian Andrews, the person who discovered the crime in Mr. Juan Carida's room. Adrian, I love Adrian. I quite like Adrian as a character. What's your occupation? I'm the manager of the defendant in this case, Mr. Maangard. And also with Maangard, Matt is like, I love him. Like, I love how well written he is. But also, like, if I think of him as like a character, I love him as a character. But also, I hate him as a person. You'll see what I mean when we get into the last trial. But yeah, it is one hellscape of a trial. I see. Now then, before we begin, Your Honor, I have one request. Yeah, sure. What is it? I'm sure everyone in this room is wondering the same thing, and would love to find out more about my relationship with the victim. After all, it was the topic of a certain weekly magazine recently. I know, I have no idea what you mean. I've never even heard of Gossip. Fuck's sake, Judge. You know, it's kind of weird that we don't even know the name of the judge. We're just like, hey, it's the judge, you know. If the judge was ever a prosecution witness, he'd do all my work for me. Anyway, I was wondering if you could please tell us about your relation to this victim. Yes, I was seeing Mr. Carida. I was also aware of the rivalry that existed between Matt and Juan. And this was a private matter between Juan and myself. So it was a fry and bait matter, or was it bait and fry? Reminds me of fishing. Bye. I didn't kill him. No one is accusing you of that. Just for the fact that I know it's not Adrian, but yeah. I think there's someone who would beg to differ. Phoenix. I think we all understand your relationship with the victim now, Mr. Andrews. Very well then. Witness, please testify to the court. Oh, what happened when you discovered the murder that had taken place? Witness testimony. Yeah. It was time for the show to start, so I went to get Matt from his room. After that, I went to Juan's room and noticed his dead body. I was in shock. What I saw was, naturally, the exact same scene as in the crime scene photo. I felt as though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice. That kind of makes sense, actually. You poured yourself a glass of juice? Yeah. Sadly, I didn't remember not to touch things at the scene of crime. I disturbed the crime scene by moving this one thing. And that is when the fingerprints on the wine glasses were made, Your Honor. I see. Well then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Phoenix. She is one cool and collected customer, and she has the brains to match. Yes, I know. In order to catch a person like her, you have to avoid head-on confrontations. You should disrupt her pacing. Disrupt her pacing? She's the type of woman who is easily thrown off by things inconsistent with her thinking. So you have to attack when it's she least expects it. The instant you let up on your offense is the instant this trial is over. Understand? I'm having such a difficult time with words today. Oh shit, I forgot we only had a half penalty bar. Shit. Wait, what's the other achievement for this case? Other than clearing it. Oh, get the bad ending. I doubt we'll get the bad ending. And what was Mr. Angard doing at the time? He was taking a nap. He was worn out from his mini performance as the Nickel Samurai during the ceremony. Mr. Angard did say he was taking a nap. And I guess you could say it could not have been taken out. You could say it could not have been taken out of his room, yes? Excuse me, why you... Right, I thought years of school would have taught you how to construct a sentence. If you can't make a sensible sentence with a subject, then I make one for you to watch. Did you, Miss Andrews, remove Mr. Angard's knife from his room? No. Subject, verb, object, right. Did you skip basic grammar? The witness may continue. He has a point there. Shit. And why did you do that? As a friendly gesture, Juan was to make an appearance with the other heroes, so the show was supposed to be a show of friendship, huh? Is that the only reason? I beg your pardon, why are you implying? You had a certain goal in mind when you started to get close to him, correct? So perhaps you had a more personal matter to discuss with the victim? Sorry, but I didn't have any such intentions in mind at that time. I can't get her to talk about a strong piece of evidence, I guess. Maybe we'll continue now. Witness, what did you see when you got to his room? Shit. You were in shock? What? Wasn't that supposed to be? Miss Andrews is a very calculated person. Despite how close they were, I doubt she had romantic feelings for Mr. Corrida. Anyone randomly stumbling upon a dead body would be in shock. And you can't seriously expect that a young beauty like her would not be shocked. Somehow I don't think beauty has anything to do with being shocked at all. Let's see. Phoenix is truly a dumbass. This is the photo you're referring to, correct? Yeah. Yes, the one with the knife lodged in his chest. And the guitar case was like this too. Yes, it was open and empty, of course. And then, what did you do next, witness? Juice? Yes, there was a bottle of tomato juice on the table, so I helped myself. We didn't drink any of it, did you? Huh? There were no lip marks left on this wine glass to suggest that anyone drank from it. I wasn't feeling terribly great, so I set the glass down without drinking it. Miss Andrews, I would like to confirm with you one more time. When you discovered the dead body of Juan Corrida, you were in great shock. And that's when you poured yourself the glass of juice, correct? And what of it? My mind really was a complete blank at the time. Your mind was a complete blank. I didn't think that was possible for you. I knew you rude today. I was so dazed that I made one careless mistake. That one thing. Oh, one thing. Never mind, it's no big deal. What was she starting to state just now? We have to press further. Miss Andrews, I'm convinced that, as you said, you made a mistake at the scene of the crime. What I really want to know is what this mistake was. Actually, so would I. I'm sorry. It's kind of embarrassing. When I set the glass down in the dresser, I accidentally knocked the cloudy vase over. Oh. Smell this? Are you talking about the one on the floor in the crime poster? This mess of glass shards? It was originally on top of the dresser. When I bumped into it with my elbow, it fell onto the guitar case. Why'd you withhold such an important piece of information? I'm sorry, I thought that since the crime scene was already in disarray, that people would simply assume the vase was just another part of the mess. It looks like yet another fact has come to light here. Please add this and anything else you have to reveal in your testimony. I'm sorry, but I have nothing more to add. I didn't touch anything else. Let's press this further. What kind of flower face was it? Oh my god, dumbass. It was glass face, and it was fairly big and heavy. Well, I tried to take one pulse. So I set the glass down so I was holding down on the dresser. And that's when my elbow accidentally hit the face. That's odd. I thought she was always in total control of herself. That's what she would like people to think. I was being mindful of the gap between your perception and reality. It will sound like some glaring contradiction testimony just now. I warned you earlier that she would not crack so easily. The only way to make her is to keep on the offensive and not low. The only way you're going to catch her is with some strong, decisive evidence. I have to find something. I just have to, for my sake. Okay, let's go through the evidence. So we can ignore the Atomi's badge and the Magatama. We got the Naval Samurai costume. Was Wankarita wearing? What was wrong for her? What costume was Wankarita wearing? Oh, his own costume, okay. And then shit. And I got the press conference ticket. Oh yeah, my God was there. My God was the next time. I'm just checking the Discord thing just to be a second. And then we've got the radio transceiver, which I don't think we'll be able to sort out. So yeah, we've got the info about Lotta's camera being stolen, and the tabloid article about the victim was in the case. And then we've got the magazine from it. Superstar in the ultra hot mega secrets love scandal. Reliable sources say that Wankarita has been getting in close with the mysterious yet beautiful manager to stars Miss AA, which we know is Adrian Andrews. And then they've got the map of the Gaywater Hotel. And then they've got the guitar case. Wait. So what's on top? I feel like this has something to do with it. Because when Adrian said that it was open, but there's water on the lid. And it was established that she broke the flower vase. So that has something to do with it. That definitely has something to do with it. Like, it didn't have water. And she said it spilled onto the guitar case. And you'd think there'd be water inside it because she said it was open. But no, it was closed. There's only water inside, in top of it. And then we've got the tomato juice wine glass. The crying photo, which... Did Adrian open this? Because I feel like also, if the flower vase had fallen off, I feel like there would be at least like one shard in the guitar case just based on the location of the guitar case and the location of which the flower vase fell. And then we've also got the German Ninja's button. Wankarita was a German Ninja. The suicide report of Celeste. The attempted suicide of Adrian. Juan's autopsy report. We've also got the knife that bears the victim's blood and Angard's fingerprints. And I don't think Adrian wears gloves either, so like if she I'm questioning whether whether Adrian actually killed him. Like, obviously Adrian didn't kill him because otherwise either Angard's fingerprints would be smudged, or if she was wearing gloves, or Adrian's fingerprints would be on the knife. And then we've got the Lotta's photo taken in the hallway right after the murder, which shows the Nickel Samurai. Okay, guitar case. Well, it fell onto the guitar case. Let's present the guitar case. You testified that you knocked the flower vase over. Is this correct? Yes. And are you sure it fell onto the guitar case? Is there some problem with what I said? It's not some problem. It's a major problem. It's true that the top of the guitar case is filled with water. However, that's exactly why it's so strange. Miss Andrews, you testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case. However, if that was true, the case should have gotten wet on the inside, not the outside. Yeah, we were right. That's very true. Furthermore, there's one other strange thing about this guitar case. And why is that? Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. The remains of the vase are scattered on the floor. I know what's wrong with that. If the guitar case was open when the vase fell, the glass shards should be on the inside, not the outside of the case. What's your point, right? That the case was closed at the time the vase was knocked over? Is that all? No. Think back to what Miss Andrews testified to. She said that other than the vase, she didn't touch anything else. Yes, that's right. She did implicitly say she didn't touch the guitar case. But it was open on the crime scene photo. But also, it only had Karina's fingerprints. Did it only have Karina's fingerprints? Yeah, it only had Karina's fingerprints on it. So what the fuck happened? But this is the whole matter of the guitar case. Is a dead end. The bright red guitar was found at the studio. It has no bearing on this case at all. That may very well be. However, the empty guitar case does seem to have no relation to this case, doesn't it? It seems that there is no deeper meaning to the guitar case. Well, Mr. Wright, do you think we need to hear more details about the guitar case? Yes. The empty guitar case. I believe this is a crucial piece of the puzzle. I can't believe anyone would reach for straws like this, but it is you. I can't believe I'm doing this either. To be fair, we were the ones that cross-examined a parrot. Alright, I'll follow along for now. Miss Andrews, please testify to the court about the guitar case. Yes, Your Honor. I don't remember too clearly because I was a bit dazed. I suppose I must have opened the guitar case after I knocked the face over. It's not a big deal though, right? The case was empty after all. As for why I opened the case, even I don't know. But it didn't have her prints on it, so what the fuck happened? I mean, it looks like this really wasn't a very interesting point. This wastefulness is such a familiar feeling by now that it's almost comforting. Anyway, I'll just go ahead and start cross-examination. Using any way to change the topic. I convenient sleep for a week, man. Okay, cross-examination, and you know what we do before cross-examination? We save. During your testimony just now, did you remember those events clearly in your mind? Well, you see. Are you sure you are the one who opened the guitar case? She's waiting for someone to tell her if she should answer or not. Sounds like her dependent side is taking over. Well, Miss Andrews, yes, it was me. Sure! So, you opened the guitar case then? Yes, well, maybe. Why did you open the guitar case? Huh? Mr. Karina's dead body was right there in front of you, wasn't it? I think that the first thing you would do is call for help, not open a guitar case. As the witness has said multiple times when she found the dead body, she was dazed. Maybe I was curious to know if the bright red guitar was alright or not. I thought maybe the criminal took it. Why would she care about the bright red guitar? Yeah, why would she care about that? We're getting back on topic. Was it really empty? I was just wondering if maybe when you opened the case, the guitar was still inside. How long have you Mr. Right, have a little professionalism? The bright red guitar was found in the studio. These trials would have been over in half time if you would just pay attention. Yes, pay more attention, Mr. Wright. Sorry. Right, you are a dumbass. A lovable dumbass, but dumbass nonetheless. But was that because you were shocked and dazed at discovering the victim's body? Yes, that's probably it. I'm not going to get anywhere if I continue pressing her like this. Do you want to make a talk is with evidence? I guess I should give it a try. Come on, Felix, you can't let whatever, she said. I wasn't planning on letting it up, but she's at her weakest now, so this is our chance. Yeah, if we had a weapon to hit her with. I'm sure a weapon is hiding somewhere in the core record waiting to be found. Did she actually open the guitar case? There's no way you're the one who opened the guitar case. Why would you say that? It's elementary, right? Because the only fingerprints on this guitar case are those of the victim. Ah. Yeah. What is it? What is it, Miss Andrews? You shouldn't assume that I must have left prints just because I touched the case. What do you mean? What if I was to tell you that I was wearing gloves at the same time? Gloves? But why would you be wearing gloves at the time? It was the night of the award ceremony, so of course I dressed up for the occasion. It's now I remember, I'm almost sure I was wearing a pair of fake gloves in my seat. The story, it seems the witness was wearing gloves at the scene of crime. I want to say that it's strange. You're wearing gloves, isn't that a bit a little strange? Why is that strange? Do you have something to prove that I was not wearing gloves at the time? Huh. Do we? Oh wait! Yeah, we do! We have the wine glass that has Andrew's prints on it! I can prove right here. The wine glass. I am being so smart today. The wine glass. You left your fingerprints very clearly on this wine glass. Even if you took your gloves off when you poured yourself this glass of juice, wouldn't you think it was just a little strange? That you put your gloves back on just to open the guitar case. Oh no, we broke her glasses! Oh no! How many pairs does she have on her anyways? Anna! Looks like you hit the nail on the head with it this time. What do you mean? I believe that guitar case plays a very important role here. But it's just an empty case. I wonder if it really was empty though. But the guitar, that bright red guitar was at the studio. Phoenix, drop all of your presumptions. What was in the guitar case was not the bright red guitar. We've established this. You told me it was a bright white guitar? Wait, that's not right either. Red white. I admit it would be unnatural for someone to do that. So the witness was not wearing gloves, despite the fact that on the case. Your Honor, this is obviously the defense's usual misdirection tactic at the work. Steer the court towards an unrelated topic and lull us all into misguided. No, Your Honor, please recall that Miss Andrews had to testify that the face fell onto the guitar case, which means that the case was closed when the crime took place. However, it is wide open in the photo of the crime scene. I'm sure this guitar case has some relation to the murder. If you're so sure, right, then I'm sure you can somehow substantiate your righteous claim, correct? Please enlighten us as to why that guitar case has anything at all to do with this murder. Can you do that, Mr. Wright? Let's suppose for a second that the bright red guitar was not the only thing that could have been in the case. The bright red guitar not being the only thing. I just couldn't read what I said, but you probably made a similar joke to what we thought. So you intend to push your theory that the case was not empty. Is that right? Is that it? Right. I wouldn't say something I didn't intend to prove. The thing ahead of yours, you haven't proven anything yet. Now then, let's have it. What was inside this case at the time of the murder? I am going to say Lotta's camera. And why would something like that be inside a guitar case, let alone this one? Why, Mr. Wright? Well, I have a suggestion. Why don't you put that in the pipe where your brain is supposed to be? Yes, never forget. For fuck's sake. I'm glad it only takes only £1 to find it. I'm glad it only takes only 1 time to this time. What's inside the case? Where did we get this magazine clipping? I don't remember. What did we find? What was in the guitar case? The suicide note? Was it the suicide note? I don't see Karita hiding Celeste's suicide note though. I have no idea. Where did Gumshoe take this?
Take that!
Yeah, I took a wild guess. Okay, we have 3 more guesses. What would... I'm gonna look this fucking up. What would be in... I am so utterly confused. Wait. This is a photograph. Yes, but what is important is what is in that picture, Your Honor. In this picture, it doesn't take a genius to see what I mean. What I am proposing is, inside the Katakas was the Nickel Samurai, the hero's very own costume. What? I mean, this makes sense. He didn't need to transport it, but I thought it would have been in a normal suitcase. Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Right, are you saying that the witness opened the Katakas to take out the costume? What insane point would there be to do something like that? Oh wait, shit! Lotta's photo! Lotta's photo saw this not steel samurai, that was a different case. Nickel Samurai saw Nickel Samurai coming out of Karita's room. But we established that it wouldn't have been Angard because the bottom of it reached his ankles. But this costume reached the bottom of the person was like too long, basically. That insane part would be to wear the costume, of course. Miss Andrews pointed out to hide her identity so she could make her escape. After all, you couldn't let anyone see you leave, could you, Miss Andrews? I refuse to accept your theory. Do you have anything to support such a preposterous idea? Just outside the door was an investigative photographer who was starving for a big scoop. And in the end, she managed to get this shot, correct? You mean this photo? Yes, we do. Yeah. I'm totally bullshitting right now. Order! It looks like we've wandered into quite another mess again, haven't we? Nice job, Phoenix. Well, you know my strategy. Speak first, think later. So the real murderer was hiding inside a costume. Wait 1 second, Your Honor. The Nickel Samurai's costume would have been Mr. Mangard's. Why would something of the defendants be in the victim's room inside the guitar case of all places? True. That is a little baffling. Mr. Wright, the court would like to hear your thoughts. What was this Nickel Samurai costume doing inside the guitar case? It's a spare one. Mr. Angard did not take his costume off during the break period. In that case, the costume we are talking about was a spare one. What? Then, are you saying that on the night of the murder, there were 2 Nickel Samurai costumes at the Gateway Hotel? Yes, that is what I'm saying. And how do you explain the costume that was inside the guitar case? It would mean that the victim himself had brought this spare to the ceremony on purpose. Wait! Was he the one that was gonna get the thingy press conference? The press conference. I just point at the screen like you guys are just like here in the room with me. But why? The victim, Mr. Karita, was a German ninja. Yes. But he secretly bring the Nickel Samurai spare costume with him. What could he be the reason behind such a peculiar act? We have evidence, and therein lies a sticking point. What are you mumbling to yourself about now? I've just been rambling on a second without any sense of inner monologue. Yeah. What the fuck do you expect me to do, Edgeworth? No, I just... Mr. Wright, please explain yourself. Why do you think the victim had the Nickel Samurai's spare costume? Phoenix, are you sure you can explain this one? Think carefully before you answer. And then answer with gusto. I believe in you. Alright, this is what I think. The reason the victim brought the Nickel Samurai spare costume to the hotel was to host the press conference. What is this? On the night of the murder after the stage show, Nickel Samurai was going to hold a special press conference. A press conference? Yes, the Nickel Samurai was supposed to confess something at this conference. I heard about this as well. For once, you're not making something up, right? We never make stuff up. Definitely not. Definitely not. But what struck me as strange was that Mr. Agard himself said he had no idea he was supposed to be holding a press conference that night. But how can that be? The way I see it, that can mean only one thing: the conference was set up by none other than the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida himself. The victim? Yes. The spare Nickel Samurai costume was prepared for that very conference. Mr. Corrida was going to hold the press conference as the Nickel Samurai. Yes. He was going to dress up as a Nickel Samurai and hold a conference? Yes. But why would the victim do such a thing? That's something I don't quite know yet. However, what I am concerned with right now is what he intended to reveal at that conference. The Nickel Samurai was going to confess something. And by confess, I'd wager he was going to reveal something about himself. Which means that Juan Corrida, posing as the Nickel Samurai, is going to speak about Matt Agard. Yes, I guess that is what it would mean. But if that's the case, that's not a confession, that's public disclosure. Who the fuck cares, Edgeworth? Miss Andrews, I can see why you are pros at what you do. Pardon me? Yes, just what you say, the press conference was set up by Juan. Miss Andrews, please offer us an explanation for this. I was the one he asked to help set it up. And the person who prepared the second costume for him, that was not me. You? Juan had bet everything on the Jam Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. Oh shit. That's what he thought anyways. He was going to ruin him, huh? It looked like somehow Juan had it in his hands, a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. What? And do you know what the secret of Mr. Agard is, Miss Andrews? That's something only Juan knew. I don't know what it is. Ah, I see. I've probably been coming off quite suspicious to everyone, but that's to be expected. I've been trying to protect Matt, after all. Protect Mr. Agard? What the fuck did Matt do? And yet again, another strange bit of truth comes to light, it seems. Miss Andrews, if you could, please tell us the truth about your behaviour. Yes, Your Honour, I understand. Witness testimony, another one. From the moment I saw the crime scene, I had a feeling that Matt was the murderer. Matt had to kill Juan no matter what. And he didn't have an alibi for what he was doing at the time of the murder. My thoughts were confirmed by the evidence, of course, the button and the knife. But I'm Matt's manager, so I felt that I had to protect him. Which is fair enough. This doesn't account for everything. Well, I am the logical type. Finally seeing her true self. She is more nervous than a scared rabbit. If the defense can find no fault with this testimony, I'm ready to make a ruling. Please keep that in mind as you cross-examine Mr. Wright. It's like somehow everything has swung to the opposite end of the scale again. That just means I have to put my weight into this and turn the logic upside down. You know, what we do before cross-examination. Say shit. We do not skip to the second dialogue. We say Would you say that your intuition is speaking to you? Don't confuse my methods of reasoning with your own. If you want to prove that someone did something, he needs three things. A motive, an opportunity to commit a crime, and finally, decisive evidence. And if you think these three things through, the answer becomes quite clear. Should have already known that, Phoenix. You didn't teach it to us at school! It's not what I remember. Dumbass. He's a fucking dumbass. I don't know how he's won this many cases. May I continue now? So would you say this need came from the press conference? Yes. Do you know why Juan chose that event and that hotel for the conference? Because that was when he could cause the most damage to the public school of God. And you know this plan, didn't you, Miss Andrews? Yes, because I was the one who set up the conference and prepared the costume. But I'm sure Mr. Angard himself didn't know anything about the press conference. Oh really? There's so many people saying didn't know about the press conference. Anyway, the important thing here is that this information was not in your testimony. Yes, I agree. Miss Andrews, please go to your testimony. Grasping at straws now, are we, Mr. Wright? Say this shit. Has Mr. Angard done something to hurt or betray you personally? Why do you ask? You're the one who helped Mr. Creed with his press conference. And that event was supposed to bring down Mr. Angard, yet you still helped him out. Objection! The person on trial right now is Mr. Angard, right? But what the witness was thinking, helping the victim with his crime, is none of our concern. And in case this means that the defendant had a motive to kill. Why do I keep doing this to myself? But didn't you already testify earlier that Mr. Angard was taking a nap in this room? And tell me now that too was a lie so you could come from Mr. Angard. I'm not telling you anything of the sort. When I went to get him for the show, he honestly was sleeping. However, as to whether he was sleeping the entire time, that I cannot say. I was too busy setting up the stage at the time. I keep trying, but I can find no flaws with what Miss Andrews has said. I can't say the same for some people here in this courtroom, however. The judge is glaring straight at me. He's glaring at you, smart guy. Yeah! He's glaring at you, dumbass. You could hardly call the knife decisive evidence. The fingerprints on the blood could very well be a clever camouflage. Then, what about the button? The button? It's clear from the crime scene that the victim and his murderer fought. And during the fight, the killer ripped the button from the Japanese costume. Talking about this button, correct? That button was found in the pleats of Matt's hakama, isn't that correct? I think that makes it very decisive evidence. Ugh. Looks like you were outfoxed again, Mr. Wright. Anyway, the knife doesn't prove a thing. Please fix your testimony. I can't stand the sight of a man who can't gracefully accept defeat. Edward. Thank goodness Mia can still look at me. With a nicey stare, yeah. Miss Andrews, for Mr. Wright's sake, please add this information to your testimony. Turn off. Wandering his mouth. And how do you know that? When the ends of the thread on the button and the question were matched up, they found to fit perfectly. So I heard, and I've heard that before too. Why would Miss Andrews know about this case down to such a fine detail? Don't look at me like that just because I'm prepared and you are not. Ugh. I thought I had heard this time for sure. If there's anything to trip her up on, it has to be here, but where and what? But what you really did was stab the guy in the back, didn't you? And at the worst person of all time. Objection! Who's to say she really stabbed the guy in the back and she played it? This witness could have disclosed things about Mr. Angard at any time. Why then would she wait until there was a large audience before doing so? It's the same reason why Mr. Creed planned such an elaborate conference. Miss Andrews wanted to cause Mr. Angard as much damage as she possibly could. Oh, we talked about this. Okay, so we can look that off the whiteboard. This one is best ill will towards the defendant. This isn't the Phoenix Wright wax philosophical power hour. And please stop slandering the witness. As I expected, Miss Andrews' testimony seems pretty solid. Really? Because to me, it sounded a little wishy-washy. Wishy-washy? Well, I guess we'll see if I can press a little bit more. You should know this by now, but you'll need strong decisive evidence to make this up. Got it, Chief. I want to pin you down this time, Miss Andrews. Sometimes I had a feeling that Matt was the murderer. But how? I know what his motive is, but I don't have any way to prove I'm right, and he didn't have an alibi. But I was doing it at the time, but it was torn off. Let's check the button. Because he was found in Matt's karma. Protecting from what? That's one created murder scene. Honestly, Andrews looks more suspicious than Angard. Protection from what? From that? I'm just trying to move this case, so move this part of the trial along so we can actually get to the investigation. This is the victim's autopsy report. It clearly states that the cause of death was strangulation by a stab. Strangulation. The knife stab to the victim was done after the victim had already died. What does that mean? Let's examine the evidence. This button has the victim's blood on it, which would mean that it was stripped off of the costume when? After the knife was stabbed into the victim. Exactly, which means it is impossible that this button was torn off during the victim's final struggle, because the victim was strangled to death in that fight. That's right, Miss Andrews. There's no way this button was ripped off during the struggle. This button was consciously pulled off of the victim's already dead body. Order, what's the meaning? What's the meaning of this, right? That's what he was gonna fucking say before you interrupted him. So what? The button was torn off the body after the victim had already died. What does that change? Let me ask you one simple thing. Let me ask you one simple question, Mr. Edgeworth. Why was the button torn off? What purpose did that serve? What purpose? We now know that the button was not torn off during the fight. So the murderer took the time and effort to purposely rip this from the victim's body. That would mean that the murderer had something in mind, wouldn't it? To frame and guard. To frame Matt. Mr. Wright, does this mean you know what the murderer wanted to do with this button? What was it? To pin the crime on Matt. There's only one logical reason for doing something like that. It was to pin the crime on Mr. Angard. There's no way anyone would put a bloody button in their own pants. That's right, Mr. Angard was set up by the real killer, of course. And the real murderer is, well, Mr. Wright, who in the world is the real killer then? Finally, I can't believe I managed to bring this out all the way up to this point. Phoenix, you can't let your guard down yet. Not until the very end. The real killer, the person who planned to frame Mr. Angard, is Adrian Andrews. I don't actually believe that, but we have to go with it. Miss Adrian Andrews, I choose you are Mr. Greatest Pokemon a fucking Pokemon reference. That's not what I was fucking expecting. Fuck's sake. No, this game. No wonder I class it as like a kind of comedy game. Like, there's no reason. Like, for me, This is a very light-hearted comedy game. Like obviously it has its like darker bits, like for example, and like his more like kind of emotional bits, like with DO6. But this is overall very it can be very comedic in certain places. Not like comedic, but like very light-hearted in some places, and like very referencing. Order, Mr. Riot. This is a very grave matter. Do you have any evidence that supports your charges? Did you charge any evidence? All of the evidence points to Miss Andrews. Yeah! Well, how preposterous. How preposterous. Preposterous. Yeah, I have no idea how to pronounce that word. You can't stick any of that on me. I can't, can I? But you said you had to test me. Then what about this knife? The knife was used to stab the victim after he had already been strangled to death. It was used to throw suspicion onto the man guard naturally. A knife covered in the defendant's fingerprints could only be taken from his room. And the only person who had dinner with him and knew which knife to take was you. How many pairs of killer asses does this woman need? Then, what about the button that was found in Matt's Hakama? It could have been fucking planted. This button was removed from the victim's body after he had already died. The only person who could have done so was the person who found his body or the killer. However, if Mr. Vanguard was the real killer, there's no way he would have put such incriminating evidence in his own Hakama. The only person who could have put this button into Mr. Vanguard's Hakama is the person who went waiting for his nap, which is you, yet again, Miss Andrews. I see. What about the evidence to the guitar case? There's also another piece of evidence that incriminates Miss Andrews. That costume was used to hide the real killer's identity as she fled the crime scene. Now, who could have known that there was such a costume inside the guitar case? It could have only been the person who prepared the costume for the victim. And that person is you, Miss Adrian Andrews. No, Well, Miss Andrews' fingerprints were nowhere to be found in the guitar case, and it was you who proved that she was not wearing gloves at the time. That's right! That's because she did not intend to leave any prints. If anyone had found that she had touched the case, they would have asked her why, so to provide any prints, she used a towel or something else to open it. But the glass of tomato juice is a different story. Miss Andrews purposely left her fingerprints on the glass to show that yesterday she's the classic please discoverer of a dead body. And to top it all off, there's this photo. I've also the killer has exited the scene of the crime. No reasonable person on earth can believe this nickel samurai is Mr. Vanguard. He would have been much too short for his own costume if it was him. Speaking of how tall people are, Miss Andrews, you're also kind of short in stature, are you not? Please stop! Well, how about it, Miss Andrews? I've got her this time. Miss Andrews? I refuse to testify. What was that? There's a lot. It says I can't be forced to testify about something if it can incriminate me. Oh yes, you're absolutely correct, Miss Andrews. The law does provide us with a way to avoid self-incrimination. But allowing a witness to not testify, the testimony can cause damage to themselves. What? Pleading the fifth is not something most people would think to do on the spot. Actually, thinking back to yesterday, Mr. Vanguard's room. Adrian Andrews. Francisca. Yes? Think kind of about what we just discussed. Understood? Alright. Francisca. That's it. That's when Francisca planted this idea into her head. She must have told Miss Andrews to not testify if things look bad. You did a good job proving everything up to this point, Phoenix. But there's still one thing you haven't done. Something I haven't done. What's wrong, right? Are you finished already? With our evidence? What is so humorous, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm sure you realize this as well, Your Honor. But everything the good lawyer here has proven up to this point is meaningless. What? Everything you have proven is circumstantial. Circumstantial? Yes, circumstantial. You have yet to provide a single piece of definitive proof. Proof that Miss Andrews did in fact harbour a wish to murder Mr. Marino. Miss Andrews, did you want to kill Mr. Corrida? I believe this may lead to incriminating myself, so I will abstain from answering. But Miss Andrews, if you do that, it would be the same as admitting your guilt, don't you think? Maybe so, or maybe not. There's nothing to prove it either way. Besides, you don't even know what crime I've been guilty of due to my silence. No! She's taking that defiant attitude again. Mia, what should we do? Somehow, we've landed in the worst possible situation. I think we have reached a certain conclusion at this point in time. Miss Adrian Andrews has refused to testify. The defense's theory that she's the actual murderer has not been fully substantiated with solid, definitive proof. But that's not true! In this situation, there's only one thing this court can do. This is my fucking butterfly. Fell off of my thing. That is to declare a recess. Recess? I request that both the prosecution and the defense look further into this matter. At tomorrow's trial. Tomorrow? Uh-oh. Oh shit. I just remembered Maya's kidnapped by the killer. Shit. We don't have it tomorrow. We don't get a not guilty verdict today then. Uh-oh. Oh shit. Oh shit. Please, Your Honor, that's not necessary. The trial. Please continue the trial. What are you sweating for? Your client is getting one more day to live, isn't he? That's not it. This is about that. Edward, I know you know who the real killer is. Please, let the trial continue. If I don't get the verdict, Maya... We have to tell Edward about Maya. But it's impossible to continue as long as the witness refuses to testify. Now then, this court is... Shit, oh shit, oh shit. It's not impossible for this trial to continue. Mr. Edward, what are you... It's true Miss Andrews holds the right against self-incrimination. However, if the topic of conversation were something unrelated to whatever she may be guilty of, then she has no right to withhold testimony. Yes, that is very true, but... Actually, there's one little thing that I'm curious about. Miss Andrews. When you found the victim's dead body, you poured yourself a glass of juice. Yes, and can't help to think, think how unnatural that is. Usually, when one finds a dead body, they are shaken up, not stirring a glass of juice. So my actions were unusual, but I've already. Before you speak, I want to state that if you have a reason behind your actions, I'd like you to testify to that effect. Testify? Yes, Your Honor. I'd like to request that the witness testify again as to what happened when she first discovered the victim's body. Whatever we find out in this testimony should in no way implicate the witness. I don't know what it is about Edward today, but I can't get a good read of him. Is he frank or foul? I just don't know. We will find out, fair enough. The court acknowledges the prosecution's request. Mr. Andrews, if you please. Okay, we have another testimony. The glass of juice, I didn't really cry for myself. I was surprised when I walked into the room and saw it in that messy state. And Juan, he was sitting slumped over and tired looking in the corner. When I started saying like that, the thought that he was dead didn't really cross my mind. This is a suspicious testimony. How can you not see? I don't know. Because like, we said that she stabbed him. But then, like I said earlier, how could she stab him? Because, you know, first of all, it would have already had Angar's fingerprints on it. So either she wore gloves, which would have probably smudged the fingerprints to somewhat unrecognizability, or she got her own fingerprints on them. So I don't fucking know. To be honest, I thought he had just fainted or something, so I went to pour him some juice. When I realized that he was dead, that's when I knocked the flower face over. This is suspicious. So he poured that glass of juice for the victim. This is incredibly suspicious. Why didn't you say so in your earlier testimony? I don't think I needed to include something so trivial. Phoenix, please be careful here. If I don't have anything wrong with this testimony, then there's nothing left. I know. Edward, what the heck is going on in that brain of yours? Now that Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. You know what we do before cross-examination? We save. But there wasn't anyone else in the room, right? Of course not. Then who did you pour it for? Mr. Wright, there's a rhyme and reason for everything. Can you just wait a little longer for it to be revealed to you? In other words, Wright, be quiet and listen. Precisely! I just bit my tongue. Shit. I just bit like the edge of my tongue. Fuck. Precisely! I couldn't have said it better myself. So, it was a mess? Are you sure it wasn't messy because you're fired with Mr. Collins? I understand your frustrations at not being able to prove your theory. However, before you go accusing people of crimes, go find yourself some evidence. And then, what did you see next, witness? Sun's over? Yeah, he was just sitting there with his head tilted forward, eyes closed. It really looked like he was sleeping. Is it just me or did that right there sound a little odd? Yeah. Then what did cross your mind? I thought maybe he had smashed everything up in anger because he had lost the Grand Prix. And then he felt tired after his rampage, so he decided to take a nap. Anyways, that's what I thought. I see, so you didn't think he was dead at all. You thought he fainted? I thought he was asleep at first, but then the room was in such a messy state. I thought maybe he had gotten into a fight with someone. And that's when you went to pour the glass of juice? Yes, he always had a hard time waking up. So Juan always has a glass of tomato juice to drink. I see. After that, what happened next? And how did you come to realize the fact that he was dead? Well, it was in fact dead. I shook him over and over, but I never got a response. So I set the glass down on the dresser and tried to take his pulse. And I was shocked and I staggered backwards. And now it's a flower face over. So that's what happened. Yes. This is what it comes down to now, huh? This is the absolute end for both sides. And Adrian is letting her guard down. Phoenix, now's our best chance yet to kill the prosecution's case. Isn't that a bit harsh? Miss Andrews, will you tell us the truth this time? Oh shit, what do we that? That's not natural. I don't think that's a natural position for people to sleep in. So, Your Honor, what do you think? For fuck's sake. We lost you now. We have one fucking thing left. Ah! So you honestly didn't think he was dead when you found him? No, not at all. Even though this is what you saw when you discovered the body. How? What is the meaning of this? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? There's a knife sticking out straight out of Mr. Covini's chest. Anyone who saw the scene would have immediately thought that here was a dead man. That's what you see. Not a single person in the world would mistake this for someone who fainted. And then so nonchalantly go pour someone something to drink. Your point is, Miss Andrews, your testimony just now, it was all one giant lie. Ugh. And your lie has proven one thing very clearly. That you are the real killer. No! It looks like the defense has somehow brought the ugly truth to light. The defendant, Mr. Mattangard, is not guilty after all. But that's impossible. You're wrong. Miss Andrews, try to have some composure. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I tell you. It was Matt. I swear it. He was the one who killed Juan. But you're the one who refused to testify, and your reason for not doing so was that you might end up incriminating yourself. That's because, Miss Andrews, I'll give you one last chance. What exactly are you trying to hide that may incriminate you? I refuse to testify. She clearly knows the law very well. Then there is no need for this court to continue any further. Mr. Mattangard's innocence has been clearly demonstrated. Is it over? Have we found the truth at last? What's wrong, Phoenix? Usually the real killer confesses his or her guilt. And now that I think about it, it's the first time someone hasn't. Then I would like to hand down my verdicts for Mr. Mattangard.
Objection!
Edgeworth? Your Honor, the prosecution feels that it would be premature to pass down a verdict at this time. What? The reason is quite simple. This witness has yet to speak the absolute real truth. Yeah, she hasn't spoken the actual truth yet. The absolute real truth? What are you? Witness, don't you understand yet? Huh? I don't know who planted this silly idea in your head, but as long as you protect yourself through your silence, Mattangard will go free, and in his place, you will become the guilty party. That's a lie. I don't believe you. What? I was told if I spoke, then it would be all over, and Matt would never be declared guilty. What in the world is she talking about? Has she lost it? I can't speak alright. I'm too scared. It's Francisco Van Karma. Don't you remember, Phoenix? Miss Andrews lives by gripping tightly onto the words of another. If she doesn't have the strength to believe in herself, then right now, Miss Andrews is... Yesterday, she was tossed a lifesaver by Mr. Karma. Don't say a word, no matter what happens. If you do, Mattangard will be acquitted. Miss Andrews underlying believes in those words right now and is clinging onto them. Then what should we do? This is the first time I've ever come across anything like this. But Miss Andrews has to be the killer, right? All we have to do is get our not guilty. That is my only priority. It wasn't me, I'm begging you. Please believe me. I didn't kill Juan. Help, please. Someone help me. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. The court can't continue on like this. Therefore, I'd like to hear what you intend to do. What I intend to do? What am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to say? Right. I suggest that you think very carefully about this. Think about what the witness that did and what she did not do. Think about who is the real mastermind behind this crime. Who's the real mastermind? Isn't that obvious? There's no one else it could be except the woman crying over there, right? Come, now what will you do? What kind of man are you, Mr. Phoenix, right? Force Andrews to testify. I have to win a complete acquittal today. There's no way around it, but I can't bring myself to do it like this. No one she's making a face like that. Miss Andrews, I'd like to know what you are really hiding. Mr. Wright, are you sure you know what you're doing? Sure, Mr. Mattangard would get an acquittal, but in this place, you would be found guilty. Is this how you really want this trial to end? Be quiet. How dare you? You're trying to trick me. That's enough. I commend you for trying, Miss Edgar. However, it is clear the defense's theory is the truth. You're wrong. What a shame. I had hoped things wouldn't come to this. However, what is it, Mr. Edgeworth? Miss Andrews, since you absolutely refuse to testify, it falls on my shoulders to disclose this to the court. Stop! Mr. Edgeworth? This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness. What? Because of this illness, she has tried to commit suicide in the past. Stop! Please stop! No matter how much you want to hide it, it's no use. I have the evidence right here. We also have the evidence. That's the second part, the suicide part. You attempted suicide part, and yeah, we have the first part, don't we? I think we have the first part. What will you do now, witness? You know what I am about to do, don't you? And I will reveal to the court the true nature of the pitiful woman known as Adrian Andrews. The secret of her dependent nature, and other people know about it, scares her more than anything else in this world. Please stop, I beg you. If people find out, I'll... If you're going to say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me. Ezra, how can you be so cold? However, before you die, I'll pull this truth from your still breathing lips, no matter what I have to do. So, will you tell the court yourself or shall I? Either is fine with me. I'll talk, but please help me. Nothing matters anymore. I feel bad for her now. I really feel bad for her. When I first saw him, I really thought he had fainted, honest. When I realized he was dead, that was when I found my left hand. Once I made sure there was no one in the hallway, I made a dash back to Matt's room. And then I stabbed Juan's dead body with a knife and ripped off the button. Just when I finished and was returning to Matt's room, I had a bit of an inconvenience, and that's why I ended up using the Nicholas samurai costume. Stab the body with the knife? But why would you do that? Isn't it obvious? To pin the blame on a certain person. A certain cowardly man. What do you mean by all of this? It might take this court a little while to understand, but this is the truth. The real killer is Matt, that scumbag of a man. I'll never forgive him. He's trying to escape his guilt again, just like last time. Miss Andrews stabbed the victim one creator in the chest with a knife. However, she didn't do it with murder in mind. She did it with the intent of framing Matt and God for the murder. And this is her crime. What? How is this possible? I mean, wasn't Miss Andrews supposed to be the real murderer? Mr. Wright, please get over your shock and commence a cross-examination. And we gotta save again. We have literally one more penalty point left. But you can tell from the state the room was in that there must have been a fight. I tell the truth when you say that you did not know he was dead. He had a scarf tied around his neck, but that scarf is part of the German ninja's costume, so I don't think anything about it was strange. He said it was also tilted down a bit, so I couldn't see his face that well. That's why I thought I'd wake him up and went to pour the juice. What is this plan you had? I knew right away the murderer was Matt. I knew because Juan, he was going to expose Matt's weakest weak point to the world. So Matt did this to stop Juan and silence him for good. That's when I thought I should forge some evidence and pin this crime on Matt. So the forged pieces of evidence were the knife and the button. The first thing that came to mind was to plant the knife. That was so you could get to the knife, correct? The knife Matt used at dinner had his fingerprints all over it. I thought if I used that, then the police would certainly turn their eyes toward him. Matt was napping with his costume on at the time. I slipped in, took the knife, and returned to the scene of the crime. So, you were the one who stabbed the victim with that knife. It gives me goosebumps to think about it now, what a horrible thing I did. But at the time, I couldn't control my own body. It moved on its own. Then when I stepped upon his dead body, I suddenly realized something. If I used the button somehow, I could make him look even more suspect. So I thought to rip one of the buttons off and then plant it on Mr. Angar's camera. Yes, that's what I had planned to do. But things never go that smoothly, do they? An inconvenience? There's a woman with a camera at the ready loitering in the hallway. I'm willing to bet my spikes it was Laura. Yeah, that's what we said. There was also a woman with a ray gun at the ready pacing back and forth. Old bag. That's Miss Old Bag for you. Yeah. I'd already been caught and made into a big scoop for certain weekly tabloid ones. So I couldn't very well go out looking like myself and get caught again. You're the one who prepared that costume, weren't you? Yes, I took it from Global Studios. I also put it into Juan's guitar case the day before the award ceremony. You did this in preparation for the press conference, correct? Yes, Juan wanted to wear that costume and hold a press conference in it. He's going to disclose that's a big secret there. What is the secret? That's, I don't know. Anyway, I thought that if I were to leave Juan's room in the samurai costume, that people would think that Matt was the real murderer. I was very careful to not leave any fingerprints when I opened the guitar case. I actually did not want anyone to know about the costume. I think we've heard enough. So after that, you went back to Mr. Angard's room and planted the button into Matt's Hakama? Yes. After that, I folded up the costume I was wearing and put it into a bag. Then I snuck it out of the hotel and got rid of it. My word, what does this all mean? Mr. Drift, is it? The real criminal is Matt Angard. Yesterday, that woman prosecutor set me down for a talk. Francisca. She said I should, under no circumstances, confess to what I had done. But obviously now, she's confessing to it. So, yeah. That if I just kept quiet, then Matt would be found guilty for sure. I had no choice but to believe in her words. What this witness has done is clearly unlawful. However, as long as her testimony stands, we can be certain she is not the real killer. But wait, Your Honor, the defense still... Right. It's pointless. At this point in time, it is not possible to indict Miss Andrews on anything. Yes, exactly. There isn't a single piece of evidence that points to her as the murderer. The cross-examination of this witness is over, and so is today's trial. We can establish that the witness is the culprit. Please let it go, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edgeworth, please place Miss Andrews under arrest for further questioning. Understand, Your Honor. The prosecution will arrange for her detention immediately. That's all. Court is adjourned for today. Oh God. Oh fuck. It's weird seeing the judge's seat empty. I feel bad for Nick, man. Today's trial is over. I didn't win an acquittal. Witness, would you mind if I asked you something? Edgeworth. What is it? Before you leave court today, I wonder if I might look into that one thing. That card in your hand, it's had my interest for quite some time now. What exactly in it? Is it? Oh, this? Mr. Wright also asked me about this. Although I didn't remember at the time you asked me about it, Mr. Wright. Remember just now, I found this in the room the other day. That day? Yeah. I found this card when I discovered Juan's body. It was lying there, right next to him. You found that card next to the victim's body? I suppose I must have unconsciously slipped into my pocket. But it's not as if this card has any relevance to Juan's murder, right? Could do. I guess not. But it's still a strange card if you ask me. But as far as a clue to this case, I think you're right. Didn't we find one? Witness that card, give it to me, hurry. Edward? Do you have any idea what you have stupidly inadvertently done? This. I can't believe you hid this from me all this time. I didn't mean to. What's this all about? I've never seen Edward so emotional before. That card, when the world is it, and what does it mean? Yeah, what does the card mean? This is what I love about Ace Attorney. The murder mystery. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love murder mysteries like this. Love this. Mystic Maya. Oh, I forgot about Pearl. There, Pearls. I can't take it anymore. I feel bad for her, man. Look, it'll be alright. Everything may still work out. The condition was that we had to get not guilty verdict. And so far, the kidnapper has kept his word and hasn't hurt Maya. And he won't because Mr. Angard hasn't been given a guilty sentence yet. Cheer up, we don't have time to stand around crying. We have to get going. Hey, you're right. Mr. Maya is in much more pain than I am. Yeah, that's right. So, hey you guys, I'm glad I caught you, pal. It's Gumshoe. Mr. Scruffy Detective. Oh boy, looks like Detective Gumshoe. It's been dubbed Mr. Scruffy Detective in Pearl's book now. It's just plain old Mr. Dick Gumshoe now, and I came to talk to you, pal. We're kind of busy right now. So, what are you gonna do from now on? What do you mean, pal? Oh, you've been fired, right? So, do you have a new job to line up yet? Oh, that, what am I supposed to do now, pal? I don't have anything coming in at all until my next payday. What are you talking about? You don't have another payday? I guess that means I'm just gonna have to work here at your place, pal. Say what? You'll be searching for things that will prove Mr. Angard's innocent all day, right? Well, yeah. So yeah, I'm going to help you, pal. I've got lots of experience in investigating and watching over people's places. And I'm great at making really simple meals, pal. I'll take care of it. Go on, Mr. Nick, let's let Mr. Scruffy Detective take care of things. Ah, okay. By the way, what's your best dish? Instant noodles. Why, sir? We want to eat cheap and healthy food. Yeah! That was the first time I've ever seen Mr. Edgeworth act like that. I never thought he'd say something like he didn't care if Miss Andrews killed herself. He said that? That's horrible. But because of him doing that, we got the truth finally. The truth. Miss Andrews' last testimony. I wonder if that was the truth. I'll give you that there's nothing strange in her testimony itself, but I still think there's something fundamentally wrong with the whole thing. What about that thing, pal? How would you want to know? I mean, I almost need to frame Mr. Angard. I'm gonna figure that out from anything she said all day. It has something to do with the scandal, maybe. With the tabloid, maybe. Then you're saying that testimony was a lie? Not a lie per se, it just feels like there's more here than meets the eye. Well, that's what Edgeworth would like us to believe. That's such a dirty trick. Even that woman prosecutor was better than that. Francisca Van Karma. Speaking of Miss Van Karma, do you have any more information on her condition? Wasn't she shot this morning? Miss Van Karma was shot today on the way to the trial by a pistol pal. But she's going to be fine, right? I mean, Edgeworth said she was in stable condition, but well, she was shot in the shoulder, so she's okay and still hanging in there. Should be done taking the bullet out, so she's probably resting at the hospital. That's fine. What? You want to visit her, pal? No, well, I was kind of thinking about it. Hey, you've actually got a heart on you. She looked like she was being tortured to death, not being able to go to the trial today. So maybe it'd be good for her if you want, let her whip you for a bit. Let's go and let her whip us instead next. So I'm definitely not going. Oh my god. Let's see. The name of the hospital. Oh yeah, the Hottie Clinic. Oh fuck's sake! No! No! Not that place. Jesus fucking Christ. No, I don't know. Deal with that weirdo fake doctor. I hate him. I hate him so much. That name says chilled on my spine. Yep. I guess it can't stop it trying to say hi. Yeah. So we're at Detention Center, Hobby, Post Lobby, Criminal Affairs, and the Hottie Clinic. Detention Center. Let's go there. What the guard told me. It sounds like along with Mr. Angard, Miss Andrews is also being here. And we should talk with them since we're here. And both of them are still in questioning. We don't have time to waste. Yeah, if it's in the hours are almost over. Yeah. Okay, let's go to Criminal Affairs. Wow, everybody looks really busy with something or another. Probably strengthening the evidence for tomorrow's trial. Hey, hurry up with that, will ya? Pass that vacant list around. You gotta be kidding, there's over 100 people on it. I'm Mr. Nick. Is Mr. Angard really that big and bad of a criminal? Actually, Pearls, never mind. It sounds like they're working on a different case. Okay, we can go. Let's go to the clinic before we go to the hotel, actually. And see if Francisca's okay. Never thought I'd ever come back to this place. Yes. Are you here to visit a patient? Hi. Wait a second, you're... yes, I'm Director Hottie. Why are you still here? Yes. What is it? Can I help you? You can tell me. Yes. Director Hottie. Address. Yes, I'm Director Hottie. Oh, you're the man from this morning. Yes. What is it? Director Francisca. How is Francesca Van Karma? Don't need to worry. Yes, she's in good hands. Because you see, I'm personally taking care of her. Yes. I don't trust you. You're a fucking weirdo. Yes, and I think that surgery, it went well. Yeah, my gratitude. It looks like Edward doesn't know about this director and his secret. She looks so pitiful, absolutely terrified. But I understand. Yes, her opponent was gone after all. When I snuck up on her real secret, like she would scream really loud. I see. But she's really cute too. When I do that, she'd whip me with her whip. Boy, I didn't cry like a baby. But I think I could get used to it. Francisca! Go back to your room. You're so mean. So mean, my frisky Friska. No, I hate this guy. I hate him so much. Okay. It's time for my feet drops. And what are those tulips doing here, Mr. Phoenix? Right there. I knew I shouldn't have come here. I was shot in front of the courthouse in my right shoulder. But it's no big deal. This sort of thing happens all the time. What do you mean happens all the time? I even had full intentions of running the trial this morning. No! Francisca! You were fucking shot! But that would have been too much for you. There's no need to act tough in front of us, you know. Regardless, I was dragged here by that man over there. He was so unyielding. One had to worry. One has to wonder if he was simply interested in stealing my case. It was the only logical course of action given the bullet that was still lodged in your shoulder. I swear to God, what is it with Von Karmas and getting shot in the shoulder? Huh. But by taking over the case, I found myself having to clean up after you and that irresponsible deal you made. I think I know what deal he was referring to. It's Von Karma. You made a deal with Miss Andrews yesterday, didn't you? I don't know what you mean. In order to make sure you got your guilty verdict and Mr. on guard, you told Miss Andrews to not testify in court today. I don't really know what you're talking about. Do you have proof that I made such a deal? You're denying it? It looks like you're lucky, Mr. Phoenix, right? If I had been in court today, this trial would already be over. All while hiding Miss Andrews' own crime? This isn't my problem, whether she had tampered with evidence or not. I have only one objective, to find Angard guilty of murder. The end justifies the means, Mr. Phoenix, right? The end justifies the means. Miss Von Karma. Adrian Andrews believed what he said. If you don't tell the truth of what really happened, then Angard will be found guilty. And what does that have to do with me? Because of that, she is now in danger of being found guilty herself. How could she believe in your words until the very end? That still has nothing to do with me. She's just a weak person, that's all. But you had to know she was. I think visiting hours here are about over. So if you'll excuse me. What's wrong? Why did she suddenly cut you off? Probably because she thinks I had the advantage in that argument. Edgeworth. What happened today at the trial, Edgeworth? That was not like you at all. I mean, I know you knew about Miss Andrews' condition. You could have made her testify as many times as you wanted, but to go that far. But she wouldn't testify about that until I said something. Listen, Ryan. The courtroom is a garden of judgment. I put myself in the line when I stand in there. And that's why I made the witness do the same. It's only natural. I'll turn the music down a little bit. And by the way, Edgeworth, you were really angry in court today. That's rare for you. Witness that card, give it to me, hurry. You have an idea what you have stupidly yet inadvertently done? This. I can't believe you hid this from me all this time. That card, what in the world is it? You mean this? Listen, right, this is top secret information. You absolutely cannot leak this. A special investigations team has existed for a number of years, but few know of it. I understand. The task is to find the owner of this card, a man called Shelley the Killer. And just as his name says, he is a killer, an assassin. The best at that. An assassin? Oh, jeez. So who is this Shelley the Killer? The Killer is the name of a long-standing line of assassins. Long-standing? The name first appeared about 100 years ago, I hear. Shelley is the professional name of the third heir to the Killer name. So because his professional name is Shelley, he leaves the cards with a shell on them. He has a habit of making sure to leave a card by the body of his victims. Oh, he had something to do with that. I think it is part of his duty to his clients, his duty. If he leaves the card, then his clients can be assured it was he who killed the victim. It also serves as an assurance against any charges being pushed on to his clients. I see. The killer valued the trust between his clients and himself above all else. It seems that this one honourable assassin with a moral conscience. I guess that even honourable assassins can exist. So you think this assassin, you think he's the one who did the killing in this case? It would appear that way. The discovery of the card basically confirms it, wouldn't you agree? Showing to kill her. I know something at the trial today. You were behaving in a very strange manner. Is something the matter? I guess I should just tell him. Maya, she's been kidnapped. Kidnapped? What does the kidnapper want? An acquittal. I see. I had no idea. I will prepare a rescue team as soon as possible and resolve this by tomorrow. Really? Did you hear that, Mr. Nick? Miss Edgeworth is going to... Stop trying to console me, Edgeworth. I don't need your pity. Mr. Nick? There's no way you can find her. We don't have even a single way lead to go on. There's only one way to save her. Like, I have to get an acquittal somehow. It's the only way. Right. Listen, you need to know something. Juan Carino was killed by Shelley the Killer. And the client who ordered the job is my guard. Your own client. Please stop. I can't listen to you. I can't believe that. I see. Well, if you want to continue your investigation, you will need this. What is it? The hotel right now is restricted to police personnel only, as we are looking for any clues that might lead us to Shelley the Killer. But if you take this with you to the hotel, I'm sure they'll let you enter. That's why we came here first. That's why we came here first, baby. In any case, I must attend to the preparations for Maya's rescue team. We'll meet again if anything should happen. Now, if you'll excuse me. Bye-bye, Miss Edgeworth. Mr. Nick? Do you think Mr. Angard hired an assassin? No way. I mean, he doesn't have a psych lock. Yeah, I guess not. But also, he didn't say... He didn't lie about having an assassin. He said he didn't... That Angard said he didn't kill anybody. Which is technically the truth. Angard didn't kill anybody. The killer did. Shelley did. Shelley the Killer did. Maya, please, all I ask is to make it home safe and sound. Maya, I guess even kidnappers can be a little clumsy. Clumsy enough to drop a card like this for me. And even though what he said he was an assassin, I bet he's just making that up. Like how Nick does with everything in court. Anyways, let's try out the card trick with this card I just found. Seems like I've got this door open. Okay, time to go take a look around. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. What is this place? That's a picture of Celeste. That's a picture of Celeste. Oh my god. I feel like I'm not in the hotel anymore. Those videos over there? Well, I'll worry about that later. From now, I should be looking for clues. That way I can show them to Sis and maybe get out of here. Celeste. There's a framed picture sitting on this coffee table. It's a picture of a woman. She's kind of pretty. It looks like something's written here. Let's see. It says, with love, Celeste. I bet this could be a clue. It is a clue. Oh my god. That's weird. What's her figurine doing on a sofa in a place such as this? I think it's a bear. Oh, how cute. But it's got a lot of cuts and slits on it. Like it's some kind of puzzle or something. Maya doesn't have access to any of this, though, so we can't go do anything. Locked, of course. It doesn't even look like I can use the car to open this door. There's a little hole at the bottom of the door. If only I was a little skinnier, then maybe I'd be able to crawl through there. Oh, hey, it's a computer. I've never really used one before. I've no idea where the power switch on this thing is. Drat. Because I plan to use this somehow to get out of here. Makes sense she doesn't know how to use a computer. She was raised in Korean village. What is this thing? An antenna, I guess? This is a VCR. Sure, a lot of electronic gadgets right here. But why is it an antenna down there? Well, it simply will not do. I cannot have you wondering around at will. It seems that Mr. Wright is truly concerned about you. He is. For now, I would suggest that you remain cooperative. If you cannot, there are ways in which I can help you. Ways to be dead men tell no tales is how the saying goes, correct? Dead? No sense in I told you in our first meeting. I am an assassin. No way. You're lying. I mean, assassin? People are not always who they appear to be. Nick! Mr. Nick? Wait, spells. Got caught up in my own thoughts about my situation. Mr. Drift has left me now. Guess for now I have no choice but to believe this damn God. I think I should listen to his story one more time. Alright, let's get going to it. Okay, I think the logical step now is maybe go... Can we talk to Gumshoe anymore? No. Okay. Attention sensor. I'm sorry, but visiting hours are over today. I have too many questions I need to ask. I'm sorry, but I'm Phoenix Wright, a lawyer for one of the... You're Mr. Wright, you said? Oh yeah, there's a message here for you. A message? It's from my God. Here you are. What are you right? Is it something really important? I don't know. Well, let's see what he has to say. So you must have lied, dude. What's something really important to tell you? Why do I feel uneasy all of a sudden? Oh God. Oh, Mr. Wright. So actually, I have a favor to ask of you. I have this cat named Shu. I didn't put a lot of food out when I left the house, so he's probably pretty hungry. Think you can drop by my house and feed Shu for me, dude? My house is just a little ways out from the hotel, right? Right? This is terrible. Let's hurry. We have to feed this cat. I'm sure poor Shu's stomach is rolling by now. Yeah, I guess. Okay. Client's request is a request. I guess I should go check up on his cat. Yeah, can we go? Let's go right and go. And then I guess we can maybe go hotel lobby. And then see if we can go to Angars from there. Alright now, Mr. Nick. Let's go look for clues. We have to for Mr. Massive. We shall not pass. Old bag. Miss Old Bag. Don't really value my name and turn it to a ghastly, spiky-headed petty father. You don't even remember my name 90% of the time, so shut the fuck up. Because of you, I've been made to look like the bad guy again. But I did get a piece of gum from Edgy Pie, just as you promised. However, more valuable. I dislike her because of how fast she talks. Miss Old Bag. Keep your hands on me, off me. This helmet is airtight. No airs get in and no air gets out. That's dangerous. Why do you keep putting it on? Don't think you can get me to move with silly questions. No time to just eat me if you want to say goodbye. I'm not hearing this. Let's present this. Maybe I'll show her this letter I got from my drawer. I'm Miss Old Bag if you want to look up. What do you want me to look at this workplace of? Edgy. Is that her perfume? For rum dimmer. Oh, I smell. Let's see here. Would you please allow this unsophisticated young person to conduct his investigation? Yours truly, Miles Edgeworth. Yours truly? That man's good at flattery. Fine, but only because Edgepoo said so. You understand? Just something I have to do. Remember, don't be sitting around. You do anything bad and I won't let you off the hook. Oh God, we didn't have to get to ask her stuff. Fuck. It looks like she has strong feelings for Mr. Edgeworth. That may be, but you know, nothing's gonna come out of it. It's not mean, Mr. Nick. Feelings are meant to be told and shared. Ow. Every time we talk about love, I always end up with a handprint on my face, somehow. Yep. So anyway, let's continue our investigation. Okay. What now? What? One little thing before I forget. You can't go into our guys room today. Why? The police's main investigation team is going to be in there all day, you hear? I wonder if they're the team in charge of investigating the killer. So don't go in there. Sell one foot in there and you'll face the wrath of Wendy or Doug. Okay, can we go to... Ooh. Viola Hall first. Looks like we're the only ones here. And yet, the hotel seems so busy somehow. Probably because the police team is scouring clues about the killer. Yeah. Okay, I'll wait. Hey, city boy! Lotta! You're still here. Back in course. An investigative photographer eats our stars on her ability to snap up the scoop here. This hotel just has that aura of mystery. You know, like something's always about to happen. Laura is just such a true crime girly. But do you have a camera? Well, given. Photographers gotta have cameras out the air like constantly. Like can't be a pretty real pro, you know. Somehow hanging around here. Speaking of cameras and feeding them off, you do have mine, you have plenty. Why can't you drop the feast thing already? I want to ask you about the night of murder. What? You're really gonna shout at the books for the info I got? Lotta, you were loitering in this hallway the night of the murder. You not? Well, kinda, but brace yourself, Phoenix. Here it comes. I didn't exactly hang around here the entire time, you know. Followed a few stairs around, got a few autographs, shook a few hands, had a soda pop with a few of them too. I have it. I think that I'm going to check. Okay. Looks like she wasn't here the entire time that night. The security lady also wasn't in this hallway the whole time either. This means there's no one who can tell who came and went that night. It is so cool. So about the note that was inside your camera case. Oh, did he unlock note? Yeah, I believe what you've written. You mean the stuff about Angai shoving his manager lady onto the corridor? Yeah. Well, I reckon you best not be believing that. What? Look, I saw her roll that on a whim, you know, writing whatever came to mind. Yeah, when you get down to it, it's just a lot of random bulldooders. A lot of random bullshit, basically. Hey, what's with you? Why are you staring at me like my grandpa used to? Hey, why do you look like you suddenly got older too? I'm just shrinking here. I'm a baby, mate. $600 baby. What's with that red-coated prosecutor anyhow? The guy told me it was evidence, and he refused to give it back to me. Well, that's kind of how it is. Hey, you're that red coat's friend, aren't you? Ain't you? So put it in a few good words for me and get me back on the camera. You want me to do what? Listen, knock the guy real good for about 5 hours, and I guarantee he'll give it back. When you do your own dirty work. Well, I reckon it's time for me to get going. Tablet photographer without a camera is just a tablighter. Yeah, I guess so. Keep yourself together out there, you hear? I'm coming to see you in court tomorrow. Okay, I'll see you. I need to see that. Learn. Keep up the good work, okay? Okay. Don't be picky about your food now. Okay. Make sure you do all your homework, you hear? Okay. Would you please just leave already? Okay. Let's go into... Okay, we can't go into Angar's, but we can go into Karida's. Mr. Nick, what is that otherworldly ghastly moaning? I hate evil ghosts. I don't think it's a ghost. Maybe it's a demon? Excuse me? What you call a demon, little rat? Oh my god, why is she here? Oh my god. Thanks, it's the alien. You call it an alien. Oh, it's just you, Miss Old Bag. What are you doing here? What's wrong with you guys today? Came down here to pay my respects to put my call on, and you're disturbing me. Please talk to me about the night of the murder just one more time. I talked about it plenty at the trial. I was fooled, tricked, deceived by that fraud of a photographer. No. She's loitering around here with that imbecile look on her face. Okay, got it. Now hold on there. Hold on a second there, you little pipsqueak. If you're going to take notes, at least make me sound better than that. Alright. I've seen everything. But you know, I was working that night too, doing my job, minding my business. So it's not like I had time to waste standing around here the whole night. I was wondering if you could tell me a bit more about Mr. Karita. Who's the most popular star, you know, especially where it counts in my book. I heard that he was lagging behind in the polls against the Stand Guard. Well, that's just a recent thing. Bad luck and all, you know. But he was going to become an even bigger star than he used to be. Look, just look at the mountain of presents. It's a show of the mountain of feelings all his fans had for him. Yeah, the mountain is pretty big, and certainly nothing to shake a stick at. Mr. Nick? What is it, Pels? The presents, they're all bears, right? She's got a point, there isn't a single thing here that isn't a bear. All of Mr. Karita's presents from his fans seem to be bears. Well, that's because you can't think of one without thinking about bears. Bears? Why bears? You don't know, when my dear Juan was training, he felt bare-handed with a bear. He refused to give in and let the bear win, but after the fight they became friends. Well, what a heartwarming story. Look, it's just like those young people's dramas. I can see those two took it out down by the river and going, you should get fun. You should get fight. You too, Bob. You too. Don't that really happen? It's an biography, Bob. One load of crow. So ever since then, fans have been giving him presents. Yeah, nice. Bears. Okay. We're gonna examine this a little bit more. So there's... It's nothing really suspicious. This hasn't changed really from yesterday. This bear's kind of suspicious. Wow, there's a lot of bears. Ones collected this edition, stuffed teddies, plastic models. It's pretty overwhelming. Is there any kind of bear he doesn't have? There's even a few in the trash can. Yeah, I get the feeling maybe the guy didn't really like bears. Poor teddies. I hate Mo. I think I want to bear with the trauma the last kids got me. What's wrong, Mr. Nick? I don't think there's anything really new here. I don't think so, anyways. Yeah, I don't think there's anything really new here. Wait, the camera? Some messing here. Pose really likes things deep tiny and ticket. There are a lot of electronic things here that I've never seen before. Hey, Mr. Nick, tell me what they are, please. Okay, that one over there's a watch you wearing. I need to rest. I know what watch is. Oops, for a second. I forgot I was talking with Pearls, not Maya. Yeah, I don't think there's anything really new, I guess. Like, we talked about this, blah, blah, blah. Talked about this in the last case. We can talk about the bears, though. So it's a bed. Okay, then basically talked about what we talked about the other day. Okay. Gotta go to Karita's house. Let's go to Karita's house. Oh no. To Karita's house. Sure it's dark. I'll go turn on a light. Why is it just a random motorcycle there? I don't understand that. Oh, so this is what a star's house looks like. It must be nice to be rich. Come on, Mr. Nick. Let's try and shoot a kitty cat. Shoo! Love cats. So I guess it's a shoe. I will love a cat. Oh, shoe. Cat seems to like pearls. Pardon me. May I help you with something, mister? Oh, we're liars. Actually, I'm Mr. Unguard's liar. The masters. Then you must be Mr. Right. Yes. It's a pleasure to meet your wonderful self. I'm Simon Butler, John Doe. Sure you are. Nice to meet you. You must know all sorts of things about Mr. Unguard, right? Honestly, sir, I don't believe my master is capable of such power to defeat this murder. And anything else? No, not especially. It's not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the master or his affairs. How typical butler-like, as it were. Mr. Doe, how long have you served at this residence? Also, I would like to have said maybe about 1 year. And anything else? No, not especially. It's not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of himself and his affairs. No, I would have thought Mr. What if Mr. God kind of have a maid or a butler? It's a very cute cat you've got here. It's my duty to take care of him. The master rather fancies you. And anything else? No, not especially. It's not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the family cat. Well, I guess I don't need this piece of scrap paper anymore. Well, I'm afraid I must take my leave now of you now. I should probably get going myself. I was so young and yet already accomplished. Master of law. It's also a lot to be proud of me being a butler in charge of the house and all. Thank you for the compliment, sir. People are not always who they appear to be. Now, if you excuse me. That's so cute. Isn't that a door over there? You shouldn't go ordering off over there, Mr. Nick. Yes, suppose. I don't know how Mary feels when I tell her to stop playing around. Some masks up here as well. Oh, there are masks there. Yeah, that one in the middle is the Steel Samurai. The ones next to it are the Pink Princess and the Evil Magistrate. They fought many battles against the backdrop of Neo-Old Tokyo. Well, you really know a lot about Steel Samurai, Mr. Nick. I don't know whether to laugh or cry that I know more about that show than a kid. There's a small door at the bottom of this bigger door, Mr. Nick. The best for Mr. Angard's cat to use. Oh, you mean shoot? Door, it's locked tight. I guess that's to keep nosy people like me from entering it. It's a very comfortable and spacious lounge chat. I wonder if famous stars drop by and sit around and have a good time. The thing is, I don't really belong here, do I? What is with me? I'm feeling inferior today. A giant bicycle is fine for the air. That bicycle pedals is one where you don't have to pedal and it moves on its own. Really? Wow. Sorry to disappoint you, it can't fly. Oh, that's too bad. Oh, there's a giant cooking hearth over here. It's actually a fireplace. How are you doing, Mr. Nick? You know, I've never actually seen a hearth before, come to think of it. So come visit Finn Manor then. I'll show you one when you do. Is there anything else for us to examine? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think there is. So we can move back to the hotel. And I don't know what to do actually. First, maybe? No. Okay. Detention center? No. But I know we don't need to go back to Hottie Clinic. So I feel like we only need to go in here, maybe. Farewell Hall. Hallway. And then Corridas. What the shit? I'm Uncle Ben. I say it's barely 8 o'clock. What is that infernal racket? It's one of the presents going off. Sounds like it's already 8 p.m. Way past your bedtime. I'm not surprised Nick's bedtime was 8. That's telling me. I thought I was gonna die for a second. 8 p.m. That's the time when the award ceremony ended that night, remember? Time sure flies. I can't believe it's been 2 days since the ceremony. The transceiver. Oh shit. Hello? Hello? This is not phone. Maya, how is Maya? You haven't hurt her, have you? It seems you are not able to fulfill your end of the bargain, Mr. Attorney. I've heard the news. So, seeing my present did you no good. No, Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! One more day, please. All I ask is for one more day. I'll get a not guilty verdict for the show this time, please. I suppose if I must. I need that acquittal more than anything else, after all. Please let Maya say something. I want to hear if she's alright. Alright, then. Let's go. What is this static all of a sudden? Hello? Hello? It seems bad. Oh no. Connect. Damn it! Did the transceiver just suddenly break? Excuse me. What happened? I don't know. All of a sudden it became nothing but static. Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! What did your transceiver suddenly break like that? She probably have an electronics expert look at it. The sooner the better. Okay. Can I have a look at this one specifically? I don't know. It's a suitcase with so many things in it about your clothes. This is clothes. This is basically stuff we saw in investigation 1. Oh. Oh, that's talking about the fridge. Okay, there's nothing to really find. I'm not really sure, to be honest, so I'll probably have to look it up. How does it present something to someone? Let me go. Investigation 2. Trying to find what investigation 2 is. There we go. Oh wait, I think we have to go back to Brighton Co. Let's go. Slightly tired, but I'm gonna get through this part and then the second part of the investigation. Hey, welcome back, pal. I thought I'd make you a little something for dinner. That's nice. Which man's luxury for course meal out of can that is. Sorry, I went through all that trouble to cook, but I don't have the time to. Oops, looks like you don't have a can opener, pal. You got to be kidding. I never thought he had already whipped something up. Oh, I know, there's one bit way I know to help you out. Ask me anything you want, pal. Go ahead. Since he's here, nothing. I wonder why I should try asking him about. Transceiver. Oh, Mr. Nick, you should ask Mr. Scruffy Detective about that thing. What thing? Oh yeah, this thing just up and broke all of a sudden. It broke, pal? When I was talking to the kidnapper, it just suddenly broke into static. Looks like, oh shit, I forgot Gumshoe knew about the kidnapper. Looks like standing like this. Okay, I fixed it, pal. Huh? Maybe it fixed itself? That's strange. I'm sure it was making a loud static noise. Maybe what? Maybe it was electromagnetic interference, pal. Electromagnetic interference? Let's talk to it. Electromagnetic interference. And so what is electromagnetic interference? It's something that happens when a radio wave gets mixed up with another signal, pal. Oh, when you put it that way. I don't understand what you're talking about. Like, for example, when a cell phone goes off next to a computer screen, stuff on the screen gets kind of fuzzy and starts acting funny, right? Computer? It's like when you use the dryer next to the TV and the screen starts looking weird. Oh yes, the TV does look like that. Oh, so that's what he's talking about. She seems amazingly happy to be being able to understand this. So the room what you were in when the interference to the transceiver happened, something in there that sending out very strong radio waves, pal. Something like a listening device or something. Ah. Hey, speaking of that, where were you when it happened? We were in Mr. Carina's room, the scene of the murder. Wow! That's it, I'm going to sneak into the precinct and get a book sweeper. But yeah, the crime scene later, alright, pal? Oh, wait, Gumshoe. Oh yeah, baby. It's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go. Yeah! I love Gumshoe. He's great. We should get going to Mr. Nick. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Co-reader's room. Hey! You finally here, pal! Sorry to keep you waiting. Do you have the book sweeper? Well, you see, I got busted trying to sneak in, pal. Then suddenly I'm staring at the precinct doors. From the outside, I mean. So yeah, I couldn't get one of the police book sweepers. What do you mean you couldn't get one? We die 'em! Hey, calm down, pal. I didn't say I didn't get one. Just not the police's. Wow, so this is a book sweeper. It looks a little broken. Hey, this was made when I was in elementary school, pal. Oh, like who? Me, of course. Seeing this sure brings back memories. Hey, don't look down on it, pal. Sure, it looks a little beat up. But I put my heart and soul into building this puppy here. Your heart and soul? It'll work. Trust me, pal. It'll do the job, but you can't set the sensitivity. So it's going to be anything that gives off electromagnetic waves. But isn't it better that way? Well, anyway, since I brought it all the way, might as well give it a whirl, right, pal? I'm just get sick of thinking again. Okay, now I'll show you how to use this baby. So a listening device or something or some other sort of bunkered in this room, pal. So we're gonna find it, right? Right, so first let's turn the sweeper on. Next, move the sweeper around to give the room a real thorough look at pal. The sweeper will let you know how strong of a signal it's picking up, so keep an eye on it, okay? Once you find something that's giving off a lot of radio waves, press enter to lock onto it. There's a lot of things here that's gonna give off radio waves. So let's take a good look at everything that's suspicious, okay, pal? Alright, I'm going to keep a stand outside and keep a stand eye out. Give me a yell if you find a bug. Got it, pal? Ooh! Lamp, check. Listen device? Nope. There's a lot of lamps in this room, aren't there, Nick? Yeah, they're all on. You shouldn't do that, Mr. Nick. Don't you know that's wasteful? Oh yeah, I'll be more cautious now on. Well, the phone is the most common place for a listening device, I say. But let's take the receiver apart first before we get ahead of ourselves here. Well, you know a lot about electronics, don't you, Mr. Nick? Yeah, no tons, especially when it comes to taking them apart. It's my specialty. I'll do the fixing part to come shoot. So, is there a listening device in there? No. I really thought I had to be in the phone too. Wait. What was it there? This must be one of those fancy battery type robots. So, robot is a real robot? Yeah, it's a real one. Mr. Nick? Yes? How many horsepower is it? How many horses? Well, it looks, it's a bear, so, a cell phone. Nope, no bugs here. A cell phone. What? Don't tell me you don't know what a cell phone is. I'm sorry, I've never seen one before. Now that she mentions it, my cell phone couldn't get any reception while staying in Korean village. The posters never lived outside of that village, so, well, I guess I can't say it's impossible to live without one. The radio is on and off playing something. Oh, it's Kids Question Corner. Professor, why is the earth round? Yes, why is it, Nick? Why don't you listen to the radio program a little bit more, pals? The lamp is going off, but it's not going to be the lamp, is it? Slide. Well, it certainly looks like in the laptop. What's wrong? Why do you look troubled? I just can't imagine the listening device being inside this laptop. It just sort of reminded me of something that happened a long time ago. Oh. Well, anyways, it looks like the listening device is in here. Isn't going to be in the remote, or the camera, or the laptop. So it also looks like a hot water pot, but oh, it's kind of like a hot water pot, I guess. But instead of hot water, coffee comes out. Really? This is pot can do that. Is there a pot that orange juice comes out? I don't think there's anything like that, fellas. Sorry. I think there is. Okay. There doesn't seem to be anything. It's not gonna be the lamp or the TV. Remote? This TV is remote control, but it doesn't look like the device. So I was thinking, I wonder if a TV remote works on our screen. So could it make you change your expressions like TV channel? Hey. But if I could deal with people, I would give the ultimate earbud to. I don't think it's gonna work on me. Why don't we go try mine tomorrow? Okay. Okay. Where is it? It's not there. It's a pen of calculator. It says 50 on it. Maybe it's calculating his allowance. Oh, 50 cents. Maybe if it was a spirit medium. What's this? It's a small video camera, no listening device in this gizmo. Everyone's trying to make everything smaller and smaller lately, aren't they? That's what it seems like. But I don't go bigger and bigger. Well, eating only vegetables isn't going to help you there. You have to eat meat too. No listening device in that notebook computer. What's a notebook computer? Do you know what a notebook is? Yes, it's a small book with paper that you can write on. So, well, that thing is like a notebook in a way. It's basically a small laptop. Mr. Nick was a laptop. Oh, the water in this hot water pot is run out. I'll go get more water off her. Okay, so that's good. Looks like she's forgotten all about looking for the listening device. Okay. That? This is just a giant stuffed teddy bear, right? It's the biggest one I've ever seen. Hey, so did you guys find it yet? The listening device, I mean. No, not yet, but this bear's eyes is... Let's see. A perfectly normal stuffed bear with some really strong radio waves. Sounds like you found the device to me, pal. Let's dig this big fella's eyes out and see what we've got. No, you can't. It's such a violent act. No. It's a miniature camera. It looks like there's more. There's a transmitter and a timer. What a minute. And transmitter now. Oh, is it more of that high-tech stuff? So this tiny thing is a camera. Yep, it's a pinhole CCD camera, pal. It's a small high-grade video camera and mostly used in security systems. So it's a video camera. It runs down the battery, which comes with it in the set, but there's no videotape in this camera. This is the only camera part here, pal. The tape recorder with the tape inside it is somewhere else. The footage is changed into radio waves and then it's sent to that recorder. So it's sort of like a TV broadcast, isn't it? Hey, you're right. Okay, that kind of makes sense. So what's a transmitter? It's a device that sends the footage the camera took to a specific destination. It's like a video version of a listening device, pal. It looks like it's attached to a small clock-like thing. Oh, that's a timer, pal. You can set it to turn the camera on and record it at a certain time with it. You can set it for a certain time. Yep. Let's see. This looks like it was set to start out 8 PM and go for 1 hour. 8 PM. That was the time I watched that when I did. There's no date set, so it's been recording every night, I guess. Mr. Detective, how long has this bag been here? And I'm pretty sure it's been here since the night of the murder. Then maybe this camera caught the murder on tape. What? And if you think about the angle the bear is at, It's about to have a clear shot of the whole crime, pal. So there was a camera in this bear's eye, and if it was disguised as a present, and I'm sure it was on the night of the murder, pal. It's pretty big, so it stands out here pretty well in my mind. But who gave Mr. Creedon this present? I don't know, pal. But this means that someone out there got a video of what happened here that night. Isn't there any way we can find out who that person is? It's impossible, pal. Radio waves can be sent almost anywhere, so there's no way to find it out. Oh. Is there really no way to find it out? I mean, surely, like, who are, like, records of, like, where it was bought or, like, receipts or something. I got it! What? Hey, pal, let me borrow this main camera for a bit. What are you going to do? I'm going to go around to the electronic shops and see if I can find out who bought this. Literally just what I said. But that's impossible. I mean, it's already 9 PM. Leave it to me. Even I have to search all night. I'll find you, pal. Oh yeah, baby, it's investigative time. Oh, sorry, pal. I think it's like itchy to go. Yeah. He's gone. Yeah. Mr. Scoffin detective sure is a nice man. He pushes himself so hard, all for Mr. Mystery. It's a mystery how you always manage to do things in the most ineffective ways, right? You'll have to excuse me, I heard your conversation just now. Edward! What are you doing here? Our rescue team has been created and deployed. I can't say I'm optimistic. We have to move forward one step at a time. I see. Thanks. Don't thank me yet. We still have to find her. So there was a spy camera hidden inside this stuffed animal, huh? You're one lucky man, right? Do you know that this stuffed bear, little girl? I have no idea. Of course not. The maker of this bear is a very expensive luxury brand from overseas. It's completely handmade and only a small number of these are exported here. What? The camera transmitted her that the scatterbrain detective took with him are dead ends. Things like those can be bought anywhere. However, this bear is different. But checking how it got into this country, this bear can tell us who the buyer is. Can you really do that, Mr. Can you really? Well, I guess so. It's 9 PM. I think I can still make it in time. I'll be taking this for now. I'm sure you have other things you have to do. See you soon, right? Wait! What? Why are you doing this? I have no interest in explaining myself to someone who cannot comprehend. But besides that, right? Until court reconvenes tomorrow, you should concern yourself with this question. Who was the person that murdered Juan Carrera? The real killer. Do you really still think he was Adrian Andrews? To be honest, I don't know anymore. You still have a little time left. Find the truth, right? Everything begins with the truth. Juan Carrera's real killer. Miss Andrews passed. The kidnapper whose sole condition is an acquittal from Mr. Angard. And this card, Shirley the killer. Maya, the only way I can save you now is to find all the answers to this case tonight. I don't understand what your real intentions are, Edgeworth. But as you said, all I can do for now is find the truth. And that is part 1 of the investigation done. And now we are on to part 2. Save it there. Yes, override. So like 15 minutes after Edgeworth left. It's past 9 already, isn't it? I wonder if Mr. Edgeworth has already found Mystic Maya. These things take time. I'd say probably not. The police are professionals, girls. They'll find her, so don't you worry. And if we can win and not guilty verdict tomorrow, then everything will be okay. You're right. So the real person who killed Mr. Carrera was that assassin, Mr. Shelley the killer, right? And the card Miss Andrews found at the crime scene seems to be proof of that. But if that's the case, then a new question comes to mind. Who's the one that hired the killer to begin with? Who's his client? You mean, who asked for the murder? That person didn't want to dirty their own hands in blood. But whoever this client is, they're still a killer. Who could have hired the assassin? Do you think it was Miss Andrews? I wonder. What if she was the client? Then why go through the effort to stab the knife into the corpse herself? But if Miss Andrews wasn't the client, then no, it can't be. Matt Angard himself? If Mr. Angard really did hire the assassin, then he's not innocent at all. Far from it. He would be guilty of the crime. But he can't be Mr. Angard, right? But Shelley the Killer would be convicted of, would be the one guilty of murder. Matt would just be guilty of hiring an assassin. Technically, he wouldn't be guilty of the murder himself. So technically, I feel like we could get an acquittal. I mean, when we first talked with him, Mr. Angard, I'd like to ask you one more question. Did you kill Mr. Juan Corrida? Alright, just so we're clear, dude. I didn't kill anyone, and that includes Juan Corrida, okay? He didn't have a sight clock. Yeah, I didn't see any sight clocks at the time. Actually, that reminds me. Do you remember something, Mr. Nick? Yeah, something Miss Andrews said at the trial today. She said something interesting. So what is this interesting thing? Oh, that's right. You didn't hear it, did you, pals? Juan had bet everything on the German Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought anyways. And it looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. Mr. Angard's secret. What is his secret? I don't know yet. But for now, let's think about it this way. Mr. Corrida was going to reveal the secret. That means Mr. Angard had plenty of motive to have Mr. Corrida silenced. Which means we have to meet with Mr. Angard. There's no way around it now. Okay. Oh wait. Oh, it's really getting late, isn't it, Mr. Nick? Yeah, it's past 9 already. But we still have some things to prepare for tomorrow's trial. There's still the matter of the secret Mr. Corrida held about Mr. Angard and Miss Andrews' real intentions. These are two things I must know tonight. One, visiting hours over at the detention center. I'm sure we'll think of something, pals. Don't worry. Okay, we can't go back into Angard's room. Oh, we're back. Hello. Hey, wait! What is it, Whippersnapper? All I know is nothing that has anything to do with you is ever good. Like just now, I was handed this strange device for who knows what reason. And I'm supposed to use it to search the hotel. That's the book sleeper, isn't it? The one Gumshoe made. I don't know, and frankly, I don't care. But the request came from Andrew Peterson. Edgeworth? And he said, and if you're angry, direct your anger at that unsophisticated lawyer. So I'm going to feel free to direct all my anger towards you. Ugh, gee, thanks a bunch, Edgeworth. What pal you are. This is absolutely top secret, so you have to bet it. Very interesting. I'm sure it was, you know, it was to catch poor Juan in the middle of that scandalous meeting. Scandalous? What is that? It means, well, you know, that gossip that's been going around about my dear Juan. Oh, you mean that thing about Miss Andrews? I'm sure she must have had some reason for getting close to Mr. Corrida. I'll let you in another secret, Ewan. I know who planted that spy camera. It's that obnoxious head photographer girl. The nerve of some people. Spreading people by herself, as if I wouldn't want to see it for myself too. Wow, the alien actually made her true intentions change. I don't know what you're thinking exactly, but I can bet that it's nothing good. I didn't say anything. So you know about Juan and Adrian and that manager, right? Actually, as I hear it, there was something of a refreshing pair, those two. Oh? I tell you, Juan really welcomed that manager with open arms, I heard. That manager? Who are we talking about? You don't know? That manager woman, why her? Is it showing that she killed herself though? Oh, you're talking about Miss Celeste Inpax. Miss Adrian's mentor, right? Yes, that's the one. That's Celeste girl. She's supposed to get married, you know. Married? You mean to Mr. Korea? I feel like you young kids today don't know anything, do you? That girl Celeste killed herself 3 days after their marriage announcement. 3 days after their marriage announcement? What in the... Why would Miss Inpax want to kill herself? She was going to get married. That's because she was thrown away, you see, by Juan. What? But they were going to get married, right? They promised each other. They had a grand announcement session, but 3 days later, Juan suddenly cancelled their marriage. What the fuck? Is that true? It's in the weekly magazines. But why? Why do you do that? That's not in the magazines, unfortunately. I see. That night after Juan called off the wedding, that manager Celeste killed herself. How terrible. I wonder what happened between those two. I wonder what happened too. That's a little bit. On that night, there must have been at least a few hundred people there. Guess the police had done enough questioning and investigating. It looks like things here in the lobby have finally calmed down. Can we go back and go into a classroom? No. Where should we go? Can we go back to the living room? It looks like no one is around. And what happened to that person with the stuffed teddy face? Oh, she must be that butler with the stitches on his face. Shoo! How is Shoo? I love Shoo. Cute little cat. Oh, there you are. I guess you're still awake, her Shoo. Shoo, come on. Let's play. I wonder if that butler, Mr. Doe, is already asleep or not. There's nothing else to really examine other than nose. It's really getting on my nerves. I don't think we can really examine much in Thingy's house anymore, in the living room. In Angar's house. It feels so intense in here, doesn't it, Mr. Nick? Yeah, it does. I wonder if something happened. You're Mr. Angar's lawyer, right? Yes, sir. Well, we finally found just the person we've been looking for. A real decisive witness. A decisive witness? Maybe for the Angar case? I'm taking the witness's statement right now. Gonna hand it in to Mr. Edgeworth. What's Edgeworth up to now? Who is this witness? I think you know this person quite well, Mr. Liar. Mr. Nick? Between the kidnappers, the mines, and now this, I don't see any way to win here. Oh yeah, Mr. Edgeworth wanted me to tell you something. He did? Even though visiting now is on lockover at the detention center, he wanted me to grant you special permission, so there you go. What? I've already called them so they know. Go on, go talk to your house contact. Thank you very much. This is such good news, Mr. Nick. Go talk to your house content. It sounds like the police are pretty sure they have tomorrow's trial in bag. Okay, let's go to the detention center then. I'm sure they must have transferred Miss Andrews there by now. So that means that both Mr. Angard and Miss Andrews are in this detention center. Now then, who's still down here? Who do I want to talk to? Do you want to talk to Andrews? I mean, to be fair, we'll probably heard everything Angard has to say anyways. Oh, it's you. I'm sorry to be visiting at such a late hour, but there are a few questions I absolutely have to ask tonight. Me? So your client was Matt. I'm sure Master Andrews knows something. She can't be clueless about the secret Mr. Karina had on Mr. Angard. I need to ask you about Matt Angard if you don't mind. That's right, you still don't know, do you? The real him, I mean. You seem to bear a lot of resentment towards Mr. Angard. If that's the case, then why did you become his manager? And why would you become intimate with his rival? That has nothing to do with this case. Nothing. Around Miss Celeste Inpax, I had finally put a death behind me. Now thanks to you, it's all come back to the surface. I'm sorry. Yes, I was shocked by her suicide. And it's true that when I heard the rumor that Juan was the one who had hidden her suicide note, I began to draw close to him. I want to get a suicide note back and to burn it. Do we need to burn it? But why? I didn't want it to spread like just another piece of gossip. But I never had any murderous intent towards Juan. I never do something so stupid. The suicide note, huh? I wonder what it said. Why did you try to frame Mr. Angard? That's simple. Because he's the killer, that's why. Isn't it the duty of every good citizen to inform the police? But there has to be another way. The police are excellent at doing their job, so they'd figure it out, right? Yes, they're so good that they couldn't figure out the real truth behind Celeste's death. Miss Andrews. I know you're not the type of person to do something about the reason. So please tell me why you did what you did. Revenge. Huh? Did you say something just now? We have one a cyclock her. Don't you understand yet? You're not my lawyer. To be honest, you're more like my enemy. But I'm sure I just heard Miss Andrews say revenge. It's only one cyclock, so I'm gonna chance it. Shit. We have to present the Magatama. I really love the cyclock feature. It's just frustrating when there's like 4. Okay. Present Maya's Magatama. Take that! Why framing? Can you please tell me why you framed Mr. Angard for the murder? I've already told you countless times. It's because I thought Matt was the killer. No, that's not it. I know you have a personal reason to dislike Matt Angard, Mr. Angard, and I need to put my moonlight on charge, like I usually do during Ace Attorney streams. Miss Andrews, you may think I didn't hear it, but I know you said something earlier. You said revenge. Yes, she said revenge. So you think I was taking my revenge out of Matt, and that's why? What an absurd idea. I don't have anything else to take revenge for. Miss Andrews, a woman who lives by being dependent on other people. It's something or someone in her past that would make her want to take revenge. I am going to take a wild guess. I say that is Celeste. Celeste, there's only one catalyst that could cause such strong feelings, even revenge, and that is Miss Inpax suicide. What are you trying to say? Celeste was Juan's manager. On top of that, the one who hid her suicide note was also Juan. What's that with Matt? You're right, you haven't mentioned him yet, but for you to make this God, it would mean that he must have had some relation to Miss Inpax and the suicide. Oh, we don't have that evidence yet, I don't think we have the evidence yet, so we have to. We don't have enough evidence yet. Okay, we have a little while to go before. With a little while before the end, but this investigation shouldn't take too long. And then we've got trial 2 on Sunday today, and yeah. Oh, Mr. Wright, please, you have to help me. Powers, Mr. Powers, what happened right here? You see, I got roped into this somehow. What? He was just there. It was probably just it is. And now I'm going to testify at tomorrow's trial. Why is he wearing the same suit from the night of the murder? So the decisive witness is Mr. Powers. I was talking with a detective until a little while ago, and I was on my way home. And all of a sudden, you there, you're under arrest. And I was brought back here. Not again! Not arrest again! Not arrested again! Oh. And it's on my face, the whole self in general. And in general looked suspicious or something. Well, I guess I can see how they thought you looked suspicious. I'm just a normal guy on an excited show for kids. It's that crime. So about this testimony you're giving, what are you going to talk about? I don't know yet. It sounds like I saw something pretty important from what they told me. Something important? What was it? Oh, the detective told me not to talk about it. Can't tell anyone, especially not on fire, he said. Who do you think is that lawyer the detective talking about? Let's take a wild guess and say it's me. Yeah, you got it. Mr. Nick. Mr. Meyer and myself are your only two allies in this whole world. But it's alright. Ouch. I don't really have a lot of friends, do I? No. It's like Maya, Pearl, Larry. And then that's it. Maya, Pearl, Larry. That's it. Sometimes Edgeworth. I mean, he signed out the task force for Maya. So yeah. Oh, and Mia. We can't forget about Mia. We can't forget about lovely, lovely Mia. But yeah, he definitely doesn't have a lot of friends. He's going to do a lot of damage to Matt, you know. Because he's got that refreshing like a spring breeze image going. But what is he really like? Well, let's see. Matt's always been kind of a player with women. He never really turn a pretty face away, if you know what I mean. I always say it's just a game to justify himself. What? How horrible. That's unforgivable. Ow. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. But you know, he said once that there's only one person in the world who won't swoon over me. The person who wouldn't swoon over him? His manager, you know? Miss Adrian Andrews. Why is Mr. Powers suddenly looking kind of energetic? I see, I'm actually a sucker for gossip. I mean, celebrities in our world have this dazzling sort of image, right? A dazzling sort of image, but aren't you part of that dazzle, Mr. Powers? You know, we're more of a hairy, sweaty, smelly, brutish kind of guy, you see. But it's okay, really. Get to hear plenty of gossip around a lot of the other stars around me as things happen. But that's true. Oh, hey, so did you hear about this yet? About Miss Andrews' mentor and her suicide? You mean Miss Inpax? We heard something about her, about how her wedding was cancelled. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought about it a little the other day about that mysterious death. Hey, Mr. Wright, why don't you ask me about that? Go on, go ahead. Mr. Powell is so tired up. His skin is practically glowing with electricity. Hey, so have you heard about this? Celeste left a suicide note. Yeah, we know that. I see that Juan went and hid it. We heard about that in court today. But there wasn't any actual proof that she had left a note. Well, this is what I think. I think that something bad was written on a note. Something bad for Juan, and that is something bad for Mr. Karita. Why do you figure so? Well, before she died, Celeste talked with a few of her friends, and she said, it looks like I got caught up with a truly insidious man. Oh! A truly insidious man? Did you mean Mr. Karita by that? Well, there's no one else that fits the bill, right? And that would be reason enough for him to hide the suicide note. I see. Well, that's some good info. Thank you. You're welcome. Mr. Angard and Miss Andrews, they're both at the detention center right now. And there's still things I don't understand or know about, but I'm sure I'm going to get the two of them to tell me everything. Yeah, okay, let's go. And then, who's starting on here? Matt, so let's talk to Matt. Dude, it's Mr. Wright. Hope you can get me off the hook tomorrow. I'm counting on you. Hope so too. Dropped a bombshell on me by saying that Juan Karita was killed by an assassin. That assassin's client is this man, Matt Angard. What's wrong? Mr. Angard, there's something I must know for 100% certainty. seems kind of different. Totally not like your usual lawyer dude self. About the press conference. I mean, the one where Juan was going to dress up as a nickel samurai. Yeah, I heard a little bit more about it from Miss Andrews. It looks like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. Could you please fill me in on what the secret is? Cyclops. 5! I'm sorry, 5! Fuck's sake, man. I knew this was coming. Mr. Nick, don't tell me Cyclops. It's not a secret, right? But I don't have any idea what it is. Do you, dude? Do you know about Mr. Creed and Miss Andrews' relationship? Well, it's all over the tabloids, dudes. But I don't know any details if that's what you mean. Look, dudes, how many times do I have to tell you? I don't care about what Juan did with his life. Miss Andrews, she had a purpose in mind where she started seeing Mr. Corrido. Her mentor was Mr. Corrido's manager, and Miss Andrews was going to get Miss Celeste Inpax to send note for him. Celeste, does that jog any memories? Dude, I suddenly just got totally hungry. You up for a pizza? My treat. Mr. Nick, what's a pizza? Is it like a kind of pea, like green peas? Let's go eat one later, okay? I'll call buy the pizza dude at the shop. That's too bad. Well, how about we get our minds off this topic and talk about something else, okay? It's fine. Let's thank God. Are you connected to Miss Inpax's suicide in some way? Let's go right and go. Listen, Nick, your phone. I don't like the sound of this ringtone right now. It sounds kind of ominous. It's probably just your imagination. You should really pick it up, Mr. Nick. It could be important. Hello? Got a big problem, pal. What's wrong? I'm on my way to the office right now. Okay. Hey, wait a sec. Where's he coming here? It's terrible. I don't know what to say, pal. It's the end I say. I'm going to... Oh. I got here faster than I thought. Hey. No time to relax, pal. Now, pal. I'm confused as anything here. Well, what happened? We got him. We know who bought that spy camera. Eh? This quickly? This bear is what gave him away, pal. The bear. I figured it out, pal. I figured that we should have been looking into the bear instead of the camera. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. But wasn't it Mr. Edgeworth that figured shish pills? And go on. There's only one person who bought one of those bears who's related to this crime. Who is it? Who would be so rude as to spy on another person in their room? Matt and God, fuck's sake. Huh? Matt and God, you're kind, that's you, pal. And here I thought things couldn't get any worse. Are you sure you heard right? The person who bought this bear was... I heard it from the department store clerk, pal. This is the credit card receipt for the purchase. It's for $3,800, pal. That's an exact match to the price of that stuff there. A receipt? That's all you have? That's not just a receipt, pal. The store clerk says so himself. Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. He told me, I'm sure I sold the bear to Mr. Angard. I mean, the clerk even got Mr. Angard's autograph out of it, pal. So I'm sure the person that bought the stuff bear was Mr. Angard himself. But my sight is failing me. This can't be. So what about the spy camera we found? That's a dead end, pal. I mean, you can get this kind of thing from anywhere. But for now, I guess I can give these back to you for you to file away into evidence. I know you don't want to give up, pal. I didn't even think it was possible. The person who put a spy camera in Juan Corrido's room was Vanguard. Why would Mr. God do something like this? I bet it was to catch Miss Andrews and Mr. Corridan on their rendezvous. I bet it's not good enough for me. I have to know the absolute truth behind this camera. Are you going to see him? Mr. God, I mean. Yeah. I'm scared, Nick. I wonder what we'll find out next. I'm scared myself, but I have to put on a good face for pearls. My God, what in the world have you done? Do we move back to the detention center next? I think we're gonna move back to detention center maybe? Yeah, I'll move back to the detention center and talk to Matt. You're looking really late, you know. It's already past 10 PM, dude. Okay, we're not too far from finishing this. I think it's time you told me the truth. Relax. Do you know that ignorance is bliss? But if you're willing to know, let's talk. Take that! Oh yeah, let's present Myers Magatama. Let's get it started out, maybe. Matt's secret. Shit, I didn't save before this. Now let's hear what the secret of yours is. What if Mr. Creed had been successful in his plan? What would he have disclosed? I told you before, dude. I don't know anything about Juan, okay? Look, Mr. Wright, I can keep on saying it until I'm blue in the face, but I totally didn't pay Juan any attention the whole time that night. I mean, come on, I was in the middle of a nap. Don't lie to me. Huh? I know you paid close attention to Mr. Creed, especially on that night. Should we... Take that! Someone used his camera to secretly film Mr. Corrida's room the night of the murder. Secretly film? What? And then sent the images this camera took with this transmitter. Wow, but dude, where was this camera you talking about hidden in the bear? Take that! The spy camera was hidden in this bear's eye. I bet that was supposed to be a present from a fan. Okay, one sec, look down. I guess Juan had a few of those kinds of fans too, huh, dude? Actually, I wouldn't say this bear was a present from a fan. You sure, dude? Who else could it be from? The person who gave this bear to Mr. Corrida was you? It was you. I am so tired right now, guys. Mr. God, do you know this bear from somewhere? I don't think I've ever met Mr. Bear before, dude. But he says he knows you. How could you forget such a great friend? What else did the bear tell you? It says that the one who put the camera in his eye was you, Mr. God. I didn't know how you work in court. I think I was in some serious trouble. Come on, this is all a joke, right, dude? You're just pulling my leg. Looks like you're not ready to give up on your secret just yet. Well, do you have any proof you want to show me first? It's to prove that it was you who put the camera in the bear. It was the credit card receipt. I have here one credit card receipt. Oh my God. It's from when you bought that stuff bear. Dude, all you can tell from this is that I spent $3,800. I go to that department store all the time, okay? This $3,800. This could be the toothbrush that I bought that one time. A $3,800 toothbrush. It's ivory and it's got elephant hair for bristles. I don't think a toothbrush, even made from ivory and elephant hair, would cost $3,800. Ew. Elephant hair? Is that what rich people use nowadays? Anyway, the store clerk clearly remembers you and your purchase. After all, you even gave him an autograph, did you not? Dude, you should have said that earlier. So can I ask you one thing? Yeah. You're my liar, right, dude? So if you are, then why are you looking into stuff like that? Because if I don't know the truth, I can't help you. Sounds a lot more like a stupid lie you talk to me. Yeah, stop talking about this, okay? No, not yet. I haven't asked you why you set up the camera yet. Yeah, we never asked him why. And what your secret is. Of course, it would be totally strictly confidential, so we're gonna do that. I want to find out why I know, because I must. The reason you hid this camera, Mr. Readers, who I'm floating secret is... Oh, shit. Okay. Take a risk.
Take that!
What is this card? Maybe he doesn't know about this card. It says such a man's calling card. The man's name is Shelly the Killer. I'm sure you know him, don't you? Shelly the Killer. And that's ridiculous. Why would I know some shady scumbag like him? If you really don't know him, then why are you acting so jumpy all of a sudden? This is it. I'm finally starting to get to the truth. I can't afford to make any more mistakes now. Because I'm out of God. I know why you know Mr. Kid the Killer is because you're his client. Since you're the one who set up that camera, that means you knew exactly what was going to happen in that room. So, how do you know something like that? It's because you're his client, that's why. You hired Shelly the Killer to assassinate Mr. Juan Corrida. The real mastermind behind this whole murder is you, my God. And here I was trying to be a good buy for you, dude. I thought if you didn't know, you'd be able to do your job without feeling bad. Well, that's what I thought. Anyway, Mr. Angard, you really did hire? Hold on a sec. I'm going to consult myself, okay? Consult myself? Well, I guess it's probably about time anyways. What time for what? I think it's time for you to meet him now, Mr. Liar Dude. And the rest of the 3 Cyclops are gone. Oh shit. How do you do, Mr. Liar? I'm Matt God. The real Matt God is finally revealed. Go on. Well done, Mr. Wright. It wasn't easy to gather as much information as you have. You really? So you are Shelly the Killer's client? You didn't really think I would dirty my own hands in this, did you? And what do you mean? And that woman, Adrian, was quite brave herself, trying to stick the crime on me. Didn't think she had it in her. All I care about is that Juan is dead. Isn't that right, Mr. Liar? You're lying. You're terrible. It's way past your bedtime, little girl. Go on and let us grown-ups talk about more adult things. But why? Why did you hide the video camera and... A weakling soon believes the words of others. Just like that pathetic Adrian. He knew about Missy Andrew's secret. I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone. At least of all assassins. What? Oh, come on now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. They turn their clients into cash cows by holding the sinful deed over their heads. And a superstar like me, how much do you think I'm worth? Care to guess? And that's why... Yes, that's where the video comes in. This guy's face and the crime scene recorded on it. Preserved for all time. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want. That's right, that video is my insurance. Isn't that what they call it, Mr. Wright? Why would you do something so wrong? Because I'm grown up and I can. Good enough of an answer for you, little girl? Why? Why would you kill Mr. Corrida? Because he was about to stink so much dung onto my beautiful, perfect public image. Scandals are a little annoying, aren't they? This is all because of that press conference, isn't it? If Mr. Corrida had been able to give it, then Mr. Angard's secret would have... Ah, well, that's what we call taking advantage of the situation, you know. I had no interest in doing it, really, but bit by bit, it crept up on me. And the situation just presented itself perfectly. How beautiful, I thought. And that's how Mr. Corrida ended up dead. Let me tell you something, I'm not like Adrian, I don't depend on anyone. People are simply things to be used and thrown away. But on a sweet, innocent face, and people will sell anything you feed them. Adrian fell for it. The assassin too. Oh, and how can I forget? Even you fell for it, Mr. Liar. Everyone all working their butts off for me. My God. Oh, did I leave you speechless? What a shame. What's wrong, Mr. Lawyer? You've gone awfully quiet. How could I have been so deceived by you all this time? When we first met, I asked if you had killed Juan Frida, and you answered very clearly that you hadn't killed anyone. Hey, I never told you any lies. The person who did the killing was that the killer guy, right? All I'm guilty of is taking a cat in my room. You killed Mr. Corrida. Technically, he didn't. I dare to say that in court tomorrow. Ah, but too bad. You can't. You're my liar after all, aren't you? You can always drop my case and refuse to represent me. How does that sound? Oh, but you can't, can you? That would be the one thing you absolutely can't do. Mr. Meyer, you wouldn't want to test the killer. He's a man of his word, or so I hear. You could end up getting a certain friend of yours rubbed out if you lose. You scoundrel. So if I were you, Mr. Wright, Esquire, I think I would give it my all tomorrow. Remember, everyone likes a happy win-win resolution. I'll get you for this. Such a cliche phrase. Juan said something just like that, if memory serves. Of course, well, we all know how things turn out for him, don't we? Good night, Mr. Liar. Maya, what am I supposed to do? And now you finally found it. The starting line of this case. Edgeworth. I don't care for the horrid atmosphere here. Let's return to the precinct. Well, right, what are you going to do if you plan on changing your strategy? No! We can't do that! That's right, he's holding Maya hostage. What should I do? That's not something I can answer for you. Mr. Edgeworth. Right, only you can decide where to go from here. 1 year ago, at that time, I didn't truly understand what a prosecutor was. There's something in my eye, it's just fucking annoying me. And that's why I had to leave the prosecutor's office. I thought I couldn't stand in the court of law until I knew what a prosecutor really was. And now, right? It's your turn. My turn? What's this thing called a lawyer? What can you do as one? You must find the answer, and you must find it on your own. I'm a liar, but to fight for someone who is clearly a killer, my God, that man is really... It doesn't matter who, every person deserves a proper defense and a fair trial. Isn't that the basis of our judicial system? Proper defense? But what exactly is that? Is it where a lawyer forcibly and blindly gets an acquittal through shouting at trickery? Ironic that you, of all people, should say such a thing. Isn't that exactly how you have fought for your clients until now? Well, that may be true, but that's because I believe my clients to be innocent from the bottom of my heart. If I were to get unguarded and acquittal, that isn't proper defense at all. I became a liar because I thought I could save people who were suffering and in pain. But when I look at this mess we're in, I can't even protect the person closest to me. Even if I win the case, I still lose in the end. I just don't know what to do. Right, would you get a hold of yourself? You have it all wrong, huh? We aren't some sort of heroes, we're only human, you and I. You want to save someone? That's something easier said than done, wouldn't you say? You're a defense attorney. You can't run away from that. You can only fight, that's all you can do. People like you and Francisco Von Karma are always using, oh, you have to pin me down. You fight to the very end, even when you know the truth is not with you. But I'm not like you. I can't fight for a false verdict, for a man I clearly know to be guilty. Francisca, she fights for herself. The only thing she fights for is her perfect win record. That's all. And, isn't that the same as you? Isn't that why you ran away a year ago? Because your precious win record was destroyed? You are so petty! I see. Now I understand why you despise me so. However, you are mistaken. Thanks to you, when you sealed off my path to a perfect win record, I began to realize the error of my ways. I realized that things such as a perfect record were meaningless. What? I don't believe you. Are you saying that are you saying that is why you left the prosecutor's office? But then why? Why are you here now? The answer to that is something you will find out on your own. I have faith you will see it before the verdict is read tomorrow. But if you can't, then you will be powerless to change the ending of this story. What's the next? The transceiver. Sorry for what happened earlier. Now, Mr. Attorney, do you wager you can obtain an acquittal tomorrow? My, what is this? What is the matter, Mr. Attorney? How was your usual anger this time? Tell me, please, why are you holding Maya hostage for Mr. Angard's sake? Why are you doing this for that cold-blooded killer? Right. Please don't misunderstand things. He's my client. Don't toy with me. A man who hires an assassin is just as much of a killer himself. I believe you're asking me for a reason as to why I'm doing why I am. Yeah. This is what I like to call my aftercare. What the heck is aftercare? My name carries a certain amount of honor and dignity, Mr. Attorney. Take great care to ensure that no suspicion falls upon my clients for my handiwork. That is what is called client relations, and it is part of an assassin's duty. Assassin's duty? We were unlucky this time, and my client was arrested as a suspect. As a result, I did what I had to do to enlist your expert help, Mr. Attorney, and to ensure that you would do everything in your power to the very end. What is your name? I believe I told you once before. However, you did, but my name is the killer. Shelley the killer. You're Shelley the killer? Please keep in your mind, you do not have much space to maneuver with me. As a killer, I always finish what I set out to do. If you fail to keep your eye up your end, we'll bargain. Maya! It will be my duty as an assassin to see to it she receives a nice long shot. No! Now then, if you'll excuse me, if someone were to trace this signal back to me, it would be quite troublesome. Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! I don't know what to say. Ashwa! Did you hear that? Yeah, that transmission. Oh, that. It sounded like a cat. A cat? It can't be. That cat, it can it? What is it? I think I know where Shelley the killer is going in my passage. Edgeworth, how about police units head for Angard Mansion immediately? Alright, you hurry over as fast as well, then. Don't lose hope yet, pals. The fight has only just begun. Yeah. Right, go first. Okay, do we go straight to Angard Mansion then? I think so. Yeah, okay. Nearly done. Nearly done. Go hotel. There you go. Maya! Please answer us, Mystic Maya! The military area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape. Assuming he's still in the area. I can't believe it. That buller. All this time he was the killer. He and Angard were working together all this time. I'm sure they had worked out a contingency plan ahead of time. Go to here. It's a bear in front of it. Oh, it's a figurine of a bear, but there are a lot of cuts in it for some reason. We saw this earlier, didn't we? I thought it was strange. I bet isn't that more of a thing for Mr. Farida? Why would something like this be here? Right, look down. There's a little pet door installed here. I'm sure that's for Shu. Do you think that this came through that little door? This door. It's locked. Well, I'm pretty used to breaking doors down by now. Let's go, Edgeworth. Oh shit, yeah. Because he broke down the door in Reunion and Turnabout. He broke down the door. Nick broke down the doors to the channeling chamber in Reunion and Turnabout. There's no one here. From the looks of this room, I would say this is Angard's private room. Look at this. Right. The antennas are sending and receiving radio signals in a PCR. Check inside the desk. If there's a tape, it will be an important piece of evidence. If we're looking at it, will have the moment the crime was committed, recording it. I'm sorry, but the tape deck is empty. There's no tape to be found. No, there's no mistake that someone used this to record something. It looks like someone took the tape we're looking for and escaped with it. Oh, there was Celeste's picture at the bottom of the stairs before. You could see it before the text box came up. I searched all over, but it looks like he got away. I'm sorry. It looks like he slipped out of our grasp this time. And now we've lost our only lead. Don't give up yet. That little girl is looking to you to be her pillar. Yeah, you're right. We're close, I can tell. Funny set up checkpoints along every route leading out of this district. Leave the rest to us. Maya. Celeste's photo is here. This looks like a picture of Miss Inpax. With love, Celeste. Miss Inpax, you mean? Yes, Mr. Karida's former manager. Oh my god, my nose is so itchy. What a picture of Miss Inpax be here in Miss Angard's mansion. What was he saying with love? This might be a clue. Celeste's photo added to the court record. Ah, what's wrong, Pearls? Please let me see that picture frame. Huh? What's so special about the frame? On the back. There's something wrong on the back of the frame. Maya! It's Mystic Maya! She left us a message. What? Maya! I thought you'd come. I knew you would. Now listen up. You better get Angard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime back and not guilty, I'll never forgive you ever. I'm fine, so you don't need to worry. There's so much I want to write, but I don't think I have a lot of time left. Pearly, you're there too, right? Make sure you help Nick, okay? Someone's gotta watch out for the helpless lung. That's it for now, Nick. I guess I'll talk to you later. No! Mystic Maya! Right. What's wrong? What a blank stare. Oh, nothing. We've searched the house and this is the last room. It looks like he eluded us. Edgeworth. Yes? As far as clues go, I think it's about all I'm gonna get. But I'm still short on one last thing. And what is that? The side lock on Andrews. The side lock on Adrian. Mrs. Andrews' side lock. If I could just find out what secret she's holding, I don't think I stand a chance in court tomorrow to blow this case wide open and expose the truth. I think I know what you're thinking. I'll contact the detention center. Thanks, Edgeworth. Well, let's go, Pearls. It's time to open that last lock. Good evening, Mr. Wright. What's wrong? You look ill. Miss Andrews, I have come to remove your sight clock. Sight clock? I want to know, and you will tell me your secret. Fine, go ahead. Try to break me if you can. The last part of this. Why frame him? Second bench. First, do we have the evidence? We probably do. Take that! Celeste, there's only one catalyst that could cause changes. We got past this bit. Relation. Oh shit! This takes on free. I'm gonna present the photo. This is a photo of Miss Inpax, correct? She looks younger than when she passed away, though. With love, Celeste. This is Miss Inpax's handwriting, isn't it? Where did you find this? No, that's alright. It's a rhetorical question. Yeah, it is. I found it at this at Mr. Angard's mansion. And after all this time, my last remaining secret has been revealed. Tell us the truth then. Tell us the truth then. Celeste, she was supposed to get married to Juan. Yes, but I heard that didn't work out. Because Mr. Karida didn't want to get married to her anymore, right? Yes, because I'm Matt. Because I'm Mr. Angard, what do you mean? I think I can see where this is going. Celeste, she was Matt's manager a long time ago. She's the happiest woman in the world at the time. I was working part-time back then, and I often saw the two of them together. That's me. So that's why, with love, Celeste is written on the frame of the picture. They were a couple, weren't they? It wasn't anything as splendid as that. Celeste was being used by and God, tied of until she was thrown away. That's so horrible. Matt's entire image is built around how nice and wonderful of a man he is. A scandal would have destroyed that. Which is why Celeste, in her kindness, moved over to Worldwide Studios. And that is where she met Juan. She seemed really happy with him, even happier than when she was with Matt. Celeste and Juan were such a good match that they were even planning to get married. And then it was suddenly called off. Why was it called off? The night Juan called their marriage off, Celeste, she killed herself. And that's why I framed Matt. It was revenge for Celeste and for myself. I'm sure you can guess why Juan called the wedding off, right? Matt confessed to Juan about his relationship with Celeste. I see, so that's what happened. But then why did Mr. Carita have to call off the wedding? I don't understand at all. It's probably because of his worthless male pride. Juan and Matt were always fierce rivals. Matt waited for the wedding announcement and then unleashed the truth on Juan. He was aiming for when it would hurt Juan the most. Celeste Inpax. That was the end of it. That day, I'm almost certain that Celeste left a suicide note behind. In that note, she left a detailed account of Matt's various misdeeds, and so that she would never again be hurt by Matt. She chose to die. Then when Juan discovered her body, he hid the note. But why did he do that? It's simple. Juan realized that note was a powerful weapon against Matt, and it would be especially damaging to his refreshing like spring breeze image. In any case, with his pride hurt, Juan sought revenge. Revenge? There's that word again. Juan wanted to publicly disclose the contents of that suicide note at a time that caused Matt the most damage, of course. After the hero of heroes, and that was at the press conference after the stage show. I know all about it because I heard it from Juan. It was so I could find out about all this that I drew close to Juan to begin with. They're quite a pair of hideous monsters, aren't they? Even Celeste's death was something for them to use in their game. That night when I found Juan's body, it was only natural that I thought the murderer was Matt. Those two were always spying on one another after all. As for me, I was frantically searching for Celeste's suicide note. I wanted to destroy it before it ever went public. I was going to burn it. I had even brought a lighter. But I couldn't find a suicide note, and that's when revenge crossed my mind. Yes, I was going to bring to them my own kind of cruel revenge. Celeste was killed by those two monsters, so when I stabbed Juan's body with that knife, I didn't feel a single shred of guilt. And that's all I have to say, which is kind of understandable. I can kind of understand why she did that, maybe. But Mr. Wright, even knowing all this, are you still going to help that man? I'm a liar. I see. What a foul profession. Thank you very much for your time and for talking to me. It's no big deal. I can't sleep anyway. I can't sleep either. Know my situation. Oh, what I know now. Shit. Okay. After 3 hours and 20 minutes, probably like closer to 3 hours because we spent like 10-20 minutes talking. We are done with today's stream. I'm kind of tired, not gonna lie. Let me meet up that sauce. But yeah, when I get to this part, then when I get to the how I can actually get to options. I'm gonna get out of this. But yeah, we're gonna do the last trial on gonna do trial 2 on gonna do both parts of trial 2 on Sunday. Simply too tired to do them right now. And I have a few things that I want to do. Like I kinda wanna do another channel trailer for my YouTube. I'm not sure whether to do it tonight or like tomorrow morning or Sunday before stream. So yeah. Okay. There we go. Yeah. That trial 2. And yeah. So I hope you have enjoyed this stream, and yeah, I shall see you guys on Sunday. Do I want to raid somebody today? Do I want to raid anybody today? Let's go see if there's anybody to raid in the Ace Attorney category. Oh, no, never mind. We're raiding Impulse. We're raiding Impulse SV because he is doing a 12-hour charity stream to support children in need. And so I'm gonna wait for this ad to finish. But yeah, we're gonna go raid Impulse. So yeah, so /raid Impulse SV. He's currently live with Skiz, I think. So yeah, go support the stream, go support Impulse, and yeah, I shall see you guys on Sunday. Go follow all my other socials as well, like my YouTube and my Instagram and my TikTok and my Twitter and blah 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 blah. So yeah. Bye guys.